in a Falcon, and he kind of laughs. He's like, "Did you know that Etihad is the only airlines that allows a Falcon to sit next to you on the plane?" And I'm like, "Wow, that's wild." And they don't even let dogs on. It's like, so that's kind of a fun fact. That's kind of funny.
Yeah, Falcon is a big thing here in the Emirates. It's my uncles, a lot of them have Falcons. It's part of our culture, and a lot of people from AD actually have Falcons, so they travel with them. That's why I guess Etihad allows Falcons on planes.
Yeah, and it sounds like the Falcons are treated as almost family. They're treated very well here.
Oh yeah, yeah, because they're very expensive. Like I would say minimum, averagely, how much a Falcon would cost is about $10,000.
Oh wow, really?
Better than round one, or?
Well, I guess I'm a little bit more used to it. I got pretty good waves. No, I'm confident. I think hopefully we can add up the points and go to the, I don't know, make it through top 6 scores pass. So hopefully my scores are one of those.
Right on, man. Now we got closeouts coming next. Do you have anything special planned for the closeout round?
I mean, I'm so excited for the close. I think gonna be the best because I mean, pulling airs. I think airs, maybe an air reverse or something cool. I think.
Right on,
I'm excited for that. I'm excited to see all the guys serve their closeout.
Well, I look forward to seeing you in it, dude.
All right.
Good job. Thanks, man.
That's amazing. That's wild. Well, and they actually use these Falcons for hunting games?
For hunting games, to hunt kind of birds. Basically, where the Falcons come from originally, because when they used to travel with camels, they used to use the Falcon to actually find food and eat by themselves.
Okay.
And they used to have 1 Falcon or 2 Falcons, but not as good as the Falcons these days. These days are
very trained.
They're very advanced. They have places in Europe which they breed them. They take different Falcons and they breed them together, and they get Falcons which are really, really good. And they sell them here for a high price. So
it don't look, but it's pretty hard to get in the wave because you get a feeling like it's coming, and it never came. So you're like, oh, I can fall, and then you can fall. So it's hard. Then I caught one good one at the end, and I was all the heat like thinking I need to get one good one, and the first one I followed. The second one was more or less, but I think the last one saved me.
Right on, well, good job, man. Thanks, man. Ooh.
These suits that everyone wears here was I guess to cool you off, right?
yeah, because these kandoras are very, very thin. They're perfect for our climate.
Yeah.
Especially in summer, we usually wear white kandoras because the color white is it's the best thing to wear in a very hot day.
Okay.
But if you wear black, you'll get even more heat.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah, because the colors attract the heat more, but the white doesn't. So our national dress is for our climate. Yeah.
Well, I love.
But I would still surf with a board short.
Yeah. I'd love to get a Komoda? Kandora for myself.
Yeah.
That'd be
and
a good.
This is called Ritra.
A Ritra.
Ritra.
A Ritra.
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 Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That'd be a good souvenir. And maybe I'll bring home a Falcon one day.
Yeah, maybe. we actually buy, some of my cousins buy Falcons from Washington.
Oh, cool. And out here right now we have Cody Kerbox. He comes from my hometown in Maui. And Cody is another family from an amazing waterman heritage. His father is Buzzy Kerbox, and he's one of the most renowned watermen in the world. One of the founders of tow surfing at one of the largest waves known to man at Jaws in Maui. And also,
what's his father's name again?
Buzzy Kerbox.
Buzzy Kerbox.
And he's also a professional windsurfer, great stand-up paddle racer, and stand-up paddle surfer. And Cody is a great kid, one of my really good friends, and great head on his shoulder, really humble, surfs very well.
I'm really glad that I met you and met all the crew here and the people here. It actually gives me a little bit more of knowledge about your guys' culture and surfing and stand-up paddling.
Yeah.
Which is, I'm very, very glad that I'm here actually.
I was just about to say how grateful I am to come to here in Abu Dhabi and create such a great perspective on the Middle East and meet the people here, because everyone is so cool and the culture is so unique. Everywhere I go, it's always important to absorb the culture and to learn a little bit about the place you're at. So I'm happy to hear all the stories that you're telling me and hear from friends like Riley and Kieran, and they're all just, you know, giving us a little bit of a history. Yeah, and good vibes. So here's Jamie Mitchell. Nice opening turn. Oh, just barely coming unglued as coming around into the roundhouse. And we also have some scores from this heat. So Jamie Mitchell, his first score was a 5.07 overall. And Cody Kerbox's overall score of his wave is a 3.67. And
that's 5.07 is an average score. Average score.
Yes, excuse me. Oh yes, exactly. And yeah, Jamie is a really amazing, not only racer, stand-up paddle racer, he's 10-time world champion in the Molokai to Oahu, which is a very difficult endurance race. It's 32 miles. I've done it 4 times. And it
32 miles.
32 miles.
How long does it take you to do that?
And if you're fast, about 5 hours and 45 minutes, I believe.
Whoa.
Something of that, maybe a little more less. And actually, my good friend that I've been traveling with since I've been 12 years old, Connor Baxter, he's actually the most recent world champion in that event just last year. And that'll be coming up again in May.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So how long did it take you to do the 30?
Took me about, I think it was 5:50 or 5:45. The top finisher that my best finish was, I think, 5:45, and I think Connor's finish was 5:20 or 5:30, something like that. And so this is Cody Kerbox ripping up those first 2 maneuvers, and you know, this left has so much maneuvers to offer. He worked that thing all the way in, decided to jump off face first in the cement. Okay, I gotta get ready for my heat. Mohammed, thank you very much. Great talking with you.
Nice.
I'll talk with you soon.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
And I brought these for you too.
All right, thank you.
All right, see you in a little bit. Thanks, guys.
Welcome back to What the Adventure World Stand-Up Tour. We're stand-up in a lane. This is What the Adventure. Which sheet is it? This one. Cody, Witzer, and Bonit. Zane is telling us about Hawaii and about his life and how amazing it is to be here in Alain to compete. It's crazy how you surf in the middle of the desert and you have this this view behind you of the mountain. I'm telling you, it's very, very, very hot out there. It's about 36 Celsius.
There you go.
Welcome back.
So this is Tristan Boxford coming back, joining Mohammed here, bringing you the Abu Dhabi All-Stars Invitational as we have a wave coming. Well, perfect timing. On his backhand, this is Benoit Carpentier. He is a young Frenchman from the northwest of France. Really riding a shortboard, that one, huh?
Oh yeah.
I think that, from my weight and sizes, would literally be a shortboard.
Really?
I mean, not quite, but pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, look at that thing. It's pretty small, huh?
Oh yeah.
I mean, that's got to be less than 7 feet, I think.
That guy is tiny.
Yeah. He's a young guy. He's 16, or just 17, I think now. So we got a replay here. You can see that board really just so small and loose. But he's a great shortboard surfer too, Benoit. He's really been making his presence felt from such a young age. Really the leading French contender on the world tour at the moment.
You guys have a lot of young guys in the tour.
You know, it's been one of the most exciting things of developing this tour is that when we started, stand-up paddling was seen as a mature sport. Something only like the older waterman guys did when they've done with shortboard or done with longboard or done with windsurfing, and they kind of all went over to this new sport, which was kind of a hybrid of a lot of the sports. And as it's developed, it's created this whole new wealth of talent that's under 20. It's just the craziest thing ever. Like our world champion for 2 years was not even 20 years old. Now he's just turned 20.
Wow.
And he's number 3 in the world and world champion in the racing. You know, we got Connor Baxter, who Zane just mentioned, is a champion racer already and was battling Kai Lenny, the last year's world champion, right to the bitter end last year.
That's
So,
crazy.
And they're all under 20 years old, and it's exciting, and it's pushing the development of the sport, the development of the products, the energy.
You'll
and
see a lot of
enthusiasm.
people going into stand-up paddling.
Yes.
these days.
Yeah, I think here we see, who is this? This is Zane Schweitzer. Oh, real nice slashing turn. Zane's one of the more explosive riders on tour. He's really got a low down center of gravity when he surfs. And is quite tricky too. So he gets caught up in his leash there.
That's very shallow there.
Yeah, it looks it. I think he's checking his fins now after that last thing. As we got a slow motion replay here. We'll see Zane navigating it, driving hard off the bottom and really laying the full inside rail into the water on his top turn. Judges definitely like to see that. Transition to the paddle as he buries the paddle and drives back into the white water. Zane's one of the most progressive riders on tour and definitely one of the most full of energy as you saw. He's always excited, and you can take him anywhere, put him in any scenario.
His talk is very nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, he's excited all the time at life, which is a wonderful quality. So
That's good.
yeah, it's great to have him. He's also he's great with kids. Being a kid himself, I think he's a kid at heart. I mean, he's only 19, I think he is now. But when we run our kids clinics for underprivileged youth and regular youth, he's just he's instrumental in getting the excitement level up and all the kids into it and on boards. And
That's awesome.
And you'll see it on Sunday. We're going to have this big demo day on Sunday in Abu Dhabi at the Sailing Yacht Club, and I think you'll see his.
Hopefully, I can make it because there's waves on Sunday.
There's waves on Sunday.
Yeah.
In Dubai, or?
Yeah, in Dubai.
Huh. I heard there's going to be waves here, maybe.
There's always waves here. It got swell in the middle of the desert. 365 days a year.
Here we have Benoit Carpentier taken off by the wall. Oh, he just kind of slides a little bit on the bottom turn.
Nice turn.
Yeah, managed just to pull back his composure there. Gets a couple of nice turns in. So you think it's going to be on Sunday at home?
Hopefully. Hopefully I have time to visit you guys as well.
We would love that. Well, I know there's been orders coming in left, right, and center for dates, so just so you know.
All right. All right.
And here we see a replay. That was a really nice, really full spectrum turn there. Just getting a little unstuck there.
The stand-up paddles are looking more like short boards these days than back then.
Yeah, when we started, I think it was really focused on more of the longboard style of boards.
Yeah.
And since which, people have really been, it's become such a progressive and explosive sport, and so radical just what you can do on a stand-up board, even getting to the air and all that kind of stuff, which has never really been a longboard capability. They're starting to look more and more like shortboards.
It's crazy. How can you do an air on a stand-up paddle? It's so heavy.
It's, the boards are so light now though. I mean, if you pick up any of these guys' boards here, you'll be blown away. I mean, they're ridiculously light. Yeah.
Super light.
Super light. And then also, the beauty of stand-up paddling is you can generate a lot of speed, but you also have that leverage off the paddle. And even what you'll see a lot of the guys doing is they go to hit off the lip, they'll almost use the paddle and push into the wave to give them a little extra lift off the top of the lip. So, So, I think it's, oh, here we see Zane Schweitzer. Maybe we'll actually get to see an air in a moment here. He likes to take the air more than almost anyone. Just showing nice slashing full turns there from Zane Schweitzer. Oh, throwing the tail out there. Zane's from a windsurfing background. I'm not sure whether he mentioned it, but his grandfather invented windsurfing.
Really?
Yeah. So, which is quite an amazing thing, and his dad went on to be world champion. And so he was sort of born into it, as we see Zane on the replay here. Nice driving turn off the bottom there. Just really full round turns, huh?
3 turns.
Making the most of that wave. I think the closeout round we're going to start seeing the airs.
Yeah, I'm excited for that.
Yeah. On the beach, down by the pool.
A touch better than round 1, which is not that great, but I'm having fun. It's fun to be surfing the wave pool. I didn't expect to be matching it with these boys here, but having fun, and I got one decent one. The other 2 were pretty ordinary, so it's left to the closeout now, and go out and do my best, and yeah.
Do you have anything hidden up your sleeve for the closeout round?
I don't think so. No. The old body's not quite as flexible as these young kids, so I think it airs out of the question. Might have to try and get some old school power back or something, but I don't know. No, I'm just going to go out and try and get a couple of turns in and have some fun.
Right on, man. Good job. Thanks.
Thanks.
Hey, Cody.
This is Benoit Carpentier. Nice slashing turns from Benoit. This is definitely, I think it'll definitely be his best wave here. He makes it all the way to the inside. Starboard team there, Zane and newly joined starboard team member Benoit Carpentier. As I said, one of the leading talents in France. He also comes from where we hold an event in the northwest of France in a place called La Roche.
Is it cold there?
Depends where in France. In northwest France it's cold.
The water?
The water is really cold.
Wow.
If you go to the south of France, it's not too bad. In the summertime it's really warm.
Yeah.
Well, the sea is not that deep. It's not a big ocean in the Mediterranean, so it warms up quite quickly, and in the summertime it gets really warm. a little colder in the wintertime, but La Torche, where he is from, is in the North Atlantic, and that's a little colder.
Yeah?
You know, we have an event there every year, and last year in particular was brutally cold. Yeah, it was
Whoa.
really cold, because it's coming out of winter, and it was end of April, early May, and it was getting a little warmer air temperature, but yeah, the water was still really cold.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
For me, when I was surfing in California, I was surfing 52, 54
pretty
Fahrenheit.
cold.
That's very, very cold for me.
No, it's cold. I grew up in England, but I hate the cold more than I think anyone. So, one of the major contributing factors to living in Hawaii for so long, because
yeah, I think seeing the sun every day gets you in a good mood.
Oh, completely.
Yeah,
completely. I think I definitely need it. As we see a wave come through here, I think this is our local boy here, Kieran Taylor. I can hear the crowd on the beach going wild. Nice roundhouse there from Kieran on his backhand. And another. Just comes unstuck.
Like the only stand-up paddler who blows my head through surfing with an SUP is Kern. But when I saw some of these other guys who actually surf with the stand-up paddles.
Now you've got a few more that blow your mind. Here we see a replay of Kieran. Really driving some great turns here in the pool. Knows it better than anyone for sure. Just comes unstuck there on the inside. Kieran is a proud father of a new little baby girl, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Baby boy?
Is it a baby boy or a baby girl? I
Baby
should know
boy.
this thing. Baby boy.
I guess.
But anyway, he came out with the newborn baby.
Yeah.
to Hawaii to join us at sunset. Definitely a proud father. He was excited about the competition, but the smile on his face with the baby in his hands was even bigger. So.
Okay.
It's a big thing to have.
Okay, so Zane,
That
we
is
had
for sure.
round two there. You know, the lifts. How did it feel for you?
Well, the lefts, are super fun, super playful. I definitely was feeling a little low energy out there for some reason. But you know what? I'm ready for my next one. Ready to have some more fun. Benoit and I were out there having fun. Team Starboard in the house. Wadi Park. Adventures. Yee! But yeah, it was good fun. The lefts are really rippable, and there's really fun, smooth surfing out there. I'm looking forward to the closeouts though, man. I love that closeout wave. It's just so much more exciting, I think. Get a big opening turn and then do a big air after it. So I'm definitely looking forward to do some more closeouts and boost some punts. And there's another Starboard team rider behind us, Connor Baxter. But yeah, I'm having fun. All right.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Aloha.
Benoit, round two, the left, you're against Zane. How do you think the heat went?
Oh, the left is pretty fun. I think she's better than the right. But I got a good wave at the end, and just so stoked to be here, and really exciting for the closeout because the big air and everything is going to be so fun.
Right on, good job. Thank you, Benoit.
Yeah, I think he was actually, I'm going to correct myself there, Mohammed. I think it was 12.7 miles an hour, but over a 27-mile distance. It's mind-blowing.
That's crazy.
So he was pretty much surfing from one island to the next the whole way on a 17-foot stand-up board. Crazy.
Wow.
So Connor's one of the best racers, but his other claim to fame is that he's definitely an extremely hard charger. No matter how big the wave, no matter how gnarly the wave, Connor is, he puts it all on the line all the time. Yeah.
I don't. For me, over 6 feet is big. That's too big for me.
Well,
even 6 feet is huge for me.
Well, it's all a matter of your surroundings and what you get used to. Connor's grown up on the island of Maui. Oh, as we see some beautiful animals there in the background.
Yeah, some goats.
Great to see the mountain goats out. Oh, they're pretty mountain goats too. Little things, but yeah. Oh, here we have a wave. It's Kieran Taylor. Dropping in on his backhand. Drives off the bottom, nice bottom turn, gaining speed. Just kind of gets hung up in the lip there, and he's down. But yeah, Connor came to race in the World Championship Finals at Turtle Bay at the end of last year. And that week there was a big Jaws fall, you know, the wave Jaws on the North Shore of Maui.
Yeah.
And he was paddling in, lay down paddling, and he had such a bad wipeout, and he went over the falls, and his board came between his neck and his shoulder. And luckily he was wearing a wetsuit, but the fin sliced him here, like in his neck almost. Like it was the craziest thing, and he was all bruised through here and his ribs, but he still raced, and he still got a close second. He almost won.
Wow.
Yeah, Connor is a phenomenal athlete, and he's definitely got courage and courage.
Yeah, I would call that courage. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's the main fear of me from surfing, is hit by a fin.
Yeah.
I got small injuries from touching the fin. And I'm like imagining if it hits me really hard.
Well, Mohammed, when you come out and Rocky Cannon, your North Shore guide, takes you around the North Shore, you'll be able to experience some bigger waves for sure than you get here in Dubai and even here at Wadi. So we're looking forward to have you out.
I'm not saying no. I will come.
Well, Turtle Bay is where both Rocky and I live. Rocky grew up there. I didn't have the opportunity to do so, but I certainly live there now, and we have our headquarters there as the Waterman League. So when you come out there, you can come stay with us. Connor Baxter on a wave, slashing. He's definitely got
Is he wearing glasses?
He's wearing his Maui Gym aviators. Connor is always one to accessorize, as I was saying earlier. He would go down well here in Abu Dhabi, huh?
Yeah.
They like the cars and all the different accessories you can get. Now Connor's one of the great young crop of talent from Maui.
Yeah.
So him and Zane and Kailani and
there are a couple of guys here from Maui. Yeah.
A lot of guys from Maui. It's a real hotbed of talent. All the Hawaiian Islands have a lot of talent, but you have Noah Janela, for example, from who you should speak with actually, because he's a great diver on the North Shore. He dives more than any of the guys. He's really a waterman in the true sense of the word, Noah. But yeah, he's on his own really in Oahu, or there's Mo Freitas as well. There's a couple of them who are like the real talents over there. Oh, we have a replay of Connor's wave here. Definitely looking sharp in his sunglasses on.
Oh yeah. I never thought I would see a guy surfing in his sunglasses.
A nice slashing turn, really breaks the fins free there. I guess here is kind of the luxury because you're not getting waves on the head all day. You can just paddle out. Easy.
There's no duck diving or something.
There's no duck diving. So I'm sure Maui Gym are enjoying that moment as their rider is representing them well. Here in Abu Dhabi, where sunglasses are more vital than more or less anything else.
Oh yeah. You need them for the sun here as well.
You do? Do you wear sunglasses? Or?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I have tint on my car.
Oh, you do? That's a smart move. Kieran Taylor showing his local knowledge, literally jumping off the wall onto the wave there. Kieran really is one of the nicest guys. He was instrumental in getting this event to come here actually. It was Kieran talking in my ear to come over here that made us come over here. So
I'm glad that you guys came here.
No, we're happy to be here, man, and thankful to Kieran for opening our eyes to this part of the world.
I think after this event, people would look forward to do events here.
Oh, there's no doubt. I think I think surfing's been looking at wave pools as the future of competitive surfing, as we've been kind of talking about today, but they haven't really done it yet, so to speak. So we're excited to be doing it here with such a new sport and with such a crop of insane talent as well. There you saw the banner of Turtle Bay. That is the headquarters of the Waterman League. It is situated on Oahu's fabled North Shore, where all some of the greatest surfing stories of the sport of surfing come from the North Shore of Oahu, with Pipeline, Sunset.
I've seen a lot of movies.
Actually, as we're talking about Turtle Bay, we're going to throw you to a Turtle Bay commercial, just to give you a glimpse of the wonders that are on the North Shore. Mohammed, this is what you have in store for you when you go there.
I'll never forget what got me where I am today, and that surfing, you know. The North Shore has every variety of wave you can think of.
Hawaii has some of the more well-rounded surfers because of this.
Put all my time and energy and focus into surfing right now. It's time to do what I do best.
Kai Lenny has proved himself to be one of the most versatile athletes in the world.
This place is just so amazing, Turtle Bay, and I've always gotten some amazing waves, and the North Shore is kind of hard to beat, so.
Turtle Bay has become his home away from home for good reason.
Oh, and another little chop hop. Connor Baxter's another one from the windsurfing background too. He grew up windsurfing. His parents were big windsurfers too.
Wow. He actually took all his fins in the air.
Yeah. Took the whole board there in the air, right?
Yeah.
Here we have a replay of that wave. You know, I'm showing my age now, but I know Connor, Zane, and Kai Lenny and these kids since they were single digits. Since they were 7 or 8 years old, and they were already budding. Look at that.
Wow.
Great little chop hop, busting the fins free. So yeah, I've known these guys since they were literally little groms. So for visitors to the UAE, what else would you say is kind of one of the attractions and the special things you can get to see over here?
Well, the tourists actually come here to the Emirates, not mainly to Dubai, just because of the shopping. We have a lot of shops, a lot of malls.
Oh, sorry to interrupt. Here we have a rider here. This is Remy Keek. He was number 2 coming out of round 1. He's definitely had some of the more fluid surfing of the event so far. Clearly comfortable on his backhand here as well. But yeah, you were saying the shopping?
Yeah, the shopping is the main thing in Dubai. But a lot of tourists actually come for, first of all, the shopping, second of all, the climate. Our beaches are very good, especially in winter. You have some days which the weather is still a little bit cold, but still it's a nice time to go to the beach. So a lot of people come for these reasons. A lot of people go to the desert to see the desert because they don't have deserts in their countries.
Right.
So that's another thing for the tourists that they can see.
And as far as I know I think Abu Dhabi and Dubai always play up the things that have been created here, but as far as the natural wonders, I think stand-up paddling really profits more from the natural wonders here than any other sport. I mean, when you look at the beautiful sea that there is to paddle in, it's really it's a great location for that, right?
It's nice, yeah, and it's gaining popularity, and there's a lot of tourists who I've seen myself trying them. Because we have rentals on the beaches, and they get to try it, and you get to have a lesson. And especially this event will make SUPing more promoted in the Emirates.
That's awesome. This is Remy Keek on a wave again, driving off the bottom. Nice slashing top turn. Remy's definitely putting together some fluid surfing here. He seems to have taken to the pool remarkably well. He is one of the nicer guys you will ever meet, actually, Remy. He now lives in Brazil with his Brazilian wife, runs a surf camp over there, but is originally from La Rochelle in France. But he's a super nice guy, and here he is on the replay. See that driving bottom turn? Nice clean off the top, keeping his speed and able to go straight into another one.
It's the paddle actually helps you a lot to turn.
It really does, especially on a bigger board. It gives you the leverage.
Yeah.
It's a real asset. It's not just something that's there to get in the way or paddle you into waves. It's actually an integral part of the surfing. And that's been the exciting thing, watching the development of the sport. We had to really clarify that in the early days, whereas as soon as you really get into the sport, you realize how essential the paddle is in doing any kind of turn. You know, it's a real pivotal force in your turn. So
yeah.
So
you can throw your tail more with the...
You can throw your tail more. You can drive more off the bottom. It's you know, as I think Rocky said earlier on, coming from a background of windsurfing or any of those other sports, you're used to using it as a pivotal force, and it really helps. Windsurfing, the sail really helps you drive in a bottom turn in the same way that the paddle does when you're on a stand-up board. So, oh, we have another wave. This is Remy.
This is actually the last heat of lefts.
Oh, it is, right? Yeah, so we're gonna have, this is Remy getting a little solo session here.
Oh, we're gonna see the exciting, exciting part of airs.
Exactly,
Yeah.
so we're gonna have a short break after this heat where we will regroup from round 2 as we build up to the grand finale for today, which is the closeout waves.
Yeah, closeouts.
But while we have the break between round 2 and 3, we will be having a women's expression session. So you'll get to see the leading women forces in the sport out here today at Wadi Adventure. And so straight after that, we'll go straight into round 3, and then we'll have another expression session heat from the women. So plenty of action still to come here. If you just joined us, welcome to the Abu Dhabi All-Stars International, presented by Abu Dhabi Sailing Club, by UAE SUP, and of course Wadi Adventure, our host today for the surf component of this incredible event. Oh, how's this slow-mo? Connor's looking sharp in his aviators. I was sick, that little telephone. Oh. Well, Connor Baxter is looking sharp in his aviators. That's a great shot as he was going down there. We are now in the water with the women. I believe this is Caroline Angibault in blue on the outside there. She will be getting the opening wave, which supposedly is the best wave. So we're excited to have our elite women here for the Abu Dhabi All-Stars International. Caroline Angibault has already got world titles under her belt in ski surf. As she's coming, she's paddling into this wave. Nice looking left-hander here. She drives off the bottom. Nice slashing top turn. Some great surfing there from Caroline. Yeah, she was a surf ski world champion multiple times, I believe. So she's transferred her paddle and surfing skills to this incredible sport of stand-up paddle surfing. And that skill has brought her all the way to the desert, as we see here again the replay. Great top turn and bottom turn, top turn combo there. The standard of women's stand-up paddle surfing these days is outstanding. We had our inaugural World Tour opener at Turtle Bay Resort in conjunction with the Sunset Beach Pro in February, as we saw 16 of the best women surfers in the world taken to the water. It was won by Nicole Pacelli of Brazil, who you will be seeing at the next stop of the Stand Up World Tour in Brazil, Ubatuba Pro, coming up at the end of April. Followed in second by Candace Appleby from California, who was on the short list to come over here. Both of them were actually, they had to pull out last minute, unfortunately. But both great athletes, battled it out for the title at Turtle Bay. They will be meeting again in Brazil later this month. And joining them will be these two fine ladies, Caroline Angibault and Olivia Piana. But also Ibaya Moreno, who is from the Canary Islands. She is an incredible talent, world champion windsurfer, but a great surfer as well. As we have the wave coming through. This is Caroline. Oh no, this is Jen Scully. I do apologize. This is Jen Scully, US citizen, but Abu Dhabi resident. So she is representing Abu Dhabi here at this event. Jen Scully has an immense reputation in the racing world and endurance sports world. She was at the Chicago World Paddle Challenge last year and finished in second place behind world champion Annabelle Anderson from New Zealand. Jen is one of the more enthusiastic and driven stand-up paddlers in the UAE. And she teaches sports, gets young people out on the water, getting fit on stand-up paddle boards. So it's great to have her here as a part of this All-Stars Invitational. As we see to the left of your screen here, Olivia Piana heading out to the lineup. We're going to head down to Connor Baxter, the man in aviators.
I got to go on my forehand, felt pretty comfortable, you know, for a wave pool, but yeah, I got a few nuggets and stoked to be here. You know, this is an unreal playground, and yeah, I can't wait for the closeouts, and it should be fun.
Well, you know, I know that most people know you from the racing side and stuff, and every now and again we see you on surfing, but I must say lately, since BVI even, you've really been lighting it up out there, man. What's the secret?
I don't know, I've just been getting new boards from Starboard. You know, I've been riding the 7.4 by 26 Zane's model, and yeah, definitely been improving my surf a lot with the brush carbon, super light, especially here for the pool, you know, where you don't have much time to get speed. The brush carbons are really allowing me to get the speed and do some pretty different maneuvers. But yeah, super stoked and just practicing as much as I can.
So you seem to be the only guy styling shades out there. Easy to keep them on or what?
I don't know. I mean, it's so bright here, and I mean, it might as well, right? It's clear pool, you know, you can't lose them.
Right on. Good job, Connor. Thanks, man. Take care. So Kieran, we just hit the lifts out there. You know, how do you feel you did?
I didn't do that well in this one, I don't think. I somehow didn't know I was supposed to be up there, so I was a bit flustered paddling out for my first one. I managed to get it, but it kind of like threw me off a little bit, and that wave was a throwaway, but I did all right. You know, I had fun. My last wave, you know, made most of the waves, so yeah, I did all right. I'm happy with it.
Right on, man. I see you got the family out here today. You know, is it fun having everybody here in Dubai with you?
Oh yeah, it's great. We spend a lot of time just hanging out over here. So we live across the road, so it's easy to come over here, but yeah, I love bringing them over here. I want my kids to like be comfortable around waves from the earliest stage possible. So.
Right on. Well, we've got the closeouts coming up next. Do you have anything secret planned for the closeout heat?
I've got something that hasn't been done yet that I'm planning on trying to do. So yeah, but I'm not going to bust that out just yet. I'm going to wait and see what happens. But yeah, I know one way to surf a wave that no one's done yet, so I'm going to be pulling that one out for sure.
Right on, man. Well, we look forward to seeing you out there. Thanks,
Okay.
Kieran.
Yeah, see ya.
So if you just joined us, we're back. This is Caroline Angibol. Getting comfortable here at the wave pool at Wadi Adventure Park. The left-hander here providing plenty of scoring potential. I'm not sure if we can pan up for this broadcast too. This is Ian Vaj in the mountains. He is showing off his artwork, his incredible artwork that he drew himself on the bottom of his board. It is of the mosque here in Abu Dhabi. We're gonna try to get a shot of it so you guys can see. So, Ian Vaj, one of the leading talents in Brazil, young brother of Caio Vaj. Always has done incredibly well at home in Brazil, but here putting on a great show, representing his home country. As we see, there he is, man in the desert mountains. And you'll see the underside of his board here. In honor of this trip here, he has painted the mosque on the bottom of his board. Not only a great surfer, but an incredible artist. So here we have Jen Scully, Abu Dhabi representative. She is a newly joined Nash team member, representing more the racing side of the sport, but definitely enjoying being out in the pool here at Wadi Adventure Park. Jen is a US citizen, but has been an Abu Dhabi resident now for several years. Or I should say a UAE resident. She is representing Nash over here in the UAE, led by Lee, and originally a Brit like myself, expat out here in, actually he lives in Dubai, doing a great job for the Nash brand over here in the UAE. As we see another one of our patrons under feet here, it's a Fanatic under Olivia Piana's feet. Fanatic has been a leading board brand for many years. Olivia Piana finished, I believe, 3rd overall on the Stand-Up World Series last year, with an exciting finish at Turtle Bay. In fact, Turtle Bay is one of the only other kind of amphitheater settings that I can imagine for the sport of surfing and stand-up racing that can be compared to here. Less mechanical in the sense as you're still at the mercy of the elements, but similar in the sense that you can sit here in complete comfort and enjoy the show in the same way that you can watch a football game or something like that. So definitely a natural version of this wave pool here in the desert, with palm trees, sandy beaches, and all the paradise that Hawaii offers. So here we have a wave. It is Olivia Piana, about to go left. She's been surfing great all day, as she's looking good on her backhand here as well. So with the launch of the all-new Women's World Tour, we're seeing women from all over the world take to this World Championship Tour, from Australia to Brazil to Europe to Hawaii, of course, to to the rest of South America too.
There isn't a time.
Provide you with results from round 2 of the men's. And the leaderboard as it stands after 2 rounds of competition, coming into the final closeout round of day 1. The closeout is probably the most exciting of the waves here at Wadi Adventure Park, and it's probably the most progressive wave. It'll provide scope for aerial maneuvers and really aggressive turns. So we're pretty excited to see the action unfold here in Abu Dhabi as the All-Stars take to the air. I'd like to take the opportunity to say thank you to our Stand Up World Tour patrons. Our gold patrons, Starboard Nash, JP Australia, Fanatic, Art and Surf, Corban, Beck SUP, Hookah Patch, Rogue, Body Glove, and Mistral. All supporting both the Stand Up World Tour, the World Championship Surfing Tour, and the World Championship Racing Series. As we see Caroline Angibault on another left. Oh, and she goes down right next to the wall. Hopefully she cleared that. It looks as though she did. Definitely a little precarious dropping into that left on the backhand. So I'd also like to say thank you to our silver patrons, Focus SUP, and of course our US media partner, SUP Magazine. We are broadcasting live, so for all of you viewers on supthemag.com, welcome. It is surely a pleasure to have you with us. And we're going to cut to an SUP Magazine commercial right now. Could I have it, Milo? Okay, we have results from round 2. We're about to update these results to provide you with the current standings from round 1 and 2. But leading with the highest score of round 2 was Leco Salazar, our current world champion from Brazil, with an 8.26. An 8.26, giving him the #1 spot out of round number 2. We're waiting to see how that positions him after both rounds. In second in round 2 was Ian Vaj from Brazil. Brazil definitely having a solid showing here at the Abu Dhabi All-Stars Invitational. The lucky mosque painting underneath his board seems to be putting to good use here at Wadi Adventure Park. In third, we have Zane Schweitzer from Maui. with an 8.1. So all those guys in the 8-point range, the excellent scoring range. In fourth, just under the 8-point range, Benoit Carpentier from France, 7.9. In fifth, Cody Kerbox with a 7.1. And in sixth, Kyle Vaj with a 6.9. As we see Olivia Piana dropping in on the left. Turning all the way to the inside there. So we're now going to do the calculations and update you on the standings after round 1 and round 2 as we come into the third round that will decide the top 6 that will advance through to the quarterfinals, while the rest of the fleet will have to go into the sudden death round, which will be tomorrow morning. So we hope that you will join us again tomorrow. standoutworldtour.com/Abu Dhabi.php. So we hope that you will join us live again tomorrow for the culmination of this incredible and groundbreaking event here at Wadi Adventure Park. I'd like to say a big thank you to our hotel partner here in Abu Dhabi, One-to-One Hotels. They have been incredible hosts to us, both in Abu Dhabi Center at their village resort and out here in Al Ain, which is just over the road from the wave park. It could not be more convenient. Walking distance from the waves. And they've just been consummate hosts, great food, great hospitality. It's great to be here in Abu Dhabi.
Aloha, you guys, how's it going? We're here at the Wadi Adventure Park for the Stand-Up Paddle All-Stars Expedition. Here with Chris, excuse me, what's the last name again?
Parker.
Chris Bossman Parker with Sup Racer Australia. I'm Zane Schweitzer, and we're having fun watching all the action here at the Wadi Adventure Park. Right now, we have action with the women.
Yeah, the girls are out there now, putting on a good show. And coming up in about 5 minutes, we're going to have round 3 of the men.
Oh yeah, it's going to be an exciting round too, huh?
That's going to be the closeout wave, like they call it here. The first round we had the rights, second round we went left, third round it's just going to be one big move, closeout wave.
Nice. You know what? That's my favorite one. After surfing actually I haven't surfed the half parallel, and I haven't surfed the A-frame. But so far, out of all the waves, I think the closeout has the most opportunity for combination of maneuvers.
Yeah.
You know, one big turn maybe, and then big air, big, you know, just a big maneuver off the closeout power section.
Yeah, that's the cool thing about Wadi, the wave pool here at Wadi Adventure. There's like 5 or 6 different wave types, and then you just flick a switch and suddenly it goes left, right, or massive closeout or whatever. So it's cool to see all the different waves, and they can just switch it up straight away.
It's so wild. It's like crazy how much of a controlled environment this is. I mean, talking about a smooth introduction to surfing as well. I mean, they teach surf lessons in here.
Yeah.
And what, if you're, like, I teach surf lessons every day since I was like 14 years old, not even 12 years old.
Yeah.
And like, this is such a controlled environment. I've had people sometimes they're worried about stepping on the reef, maybe a little worried about sea creatures or anything like that. This is the most comfortable surfing experience I could say that you could get. I mean, you're in a controlled pool, a wave coming every minute and a half.
Yeah.
You know exactly when they're coming. It's like here we had a minute and a half, and there's Caroline, yeah, riding a wave. There's no reef out here, you know, there's nothing to really be too worried about. It's just pure fun.
Yeah, absolutely. I think this is definitely the future. You were just talking about before your encounters with a couple of great white sharks in Western Australia. So,
yeah.
If you're a bit scared of sharks, anyone out there, then jump in a wave pool, you can be pretty safe.
Yeah, and you know, speaking of that, if you guys haven't heard anything about Abu Dhabi or Dubai, I'm sure you guys have, because this is like one of the most renowned places in the world for doing the biggest and the best, most creative, innovative things, you know? And I'm telling you, I've never experienced anywhere else in the Middle East. And I hate to say it, but coming from the United States, all we hear about the Middle East is Iraq and Iran, and it's nothing good. Yeah. And so coming here, I changed my perspective 100% on the Middle East. I'm so happy to meet a bunch of people out here and really learn about the culture. I was talking with Mohammed earlier, and he was just such a cool guy. I'm really grateful to hear his stories about the cultural, you know, things that happen here. And I feel safe walking around in town too.
This has got to be one of the safest places I've ever been to. It's crazy.
Yeah.
And the people, like, it's been so welcoming. It's been awesome, huh?
Oh yeah, so much aloha with the people. It's crazy.
Yeah. But like you were saying before, this part of the world, it's where you get the larger than life attractions and just the crazy stuff you'd never think was possible. Like, we're sitting out here literally in the middle of the desert, and there's a sick wave pool right in front of us.
I love it.
Behind us, we've got this crazy dry desert mountain. You look the other side, it's just sand as far as you can see. And we're surfing. How cool is that?
So awesome. And not only that, but they're gonna put a ski resort just to the right of this.
Yeah, just for something else on this mountain. If we've done any wide shots, you probably would have got a glimpse of it. They're going to put in some ski runs, indoor ski runs.
One of the I think they're going for the largest indoor ski run in the world.
There you go. Why not?
Of course they're going to do that, yeah?
Yeah.
And up on that last wave, that was, I believe, Jen.
Yeah,
and
Jen Scully.
Isn't she living here in Dubai?
Yeah. Jen Scully, I believe she's from Michigan. Her partner's Aussie. And they live out here in Abu Dhabi. They've helped set up the scene over here with the stand-up paddling, the racing and all of that. So Jen's a bit of a local, and we'll see her again on Saturday in the racing, I'm sure.
Oh yeah.
You looking forward to that, Zane? The sprint races on the inflatables?
Of course, dude. I'm so stoked to jump on the inflatables and have a really fair race.
Yeah.
You know, this is probably going to be one of the most fair races around because, you know, we're pretty much all on the same boards.
Yeah.
I mean, the only difference is one's Nash and one's starboard, so.
Yeah. No, it's going to level things out, so it'll be interesting to see. We got a lot of guys here who are sup surfing specialists. Maybe they're not so used to the racing, so a few dark horses out there for sure.
I tell you what, Kyle Vaz, he's a surfer.
Yeah.
He's been competing in Brazil locally on a few races, and he's been doing great, dude. I'm excited to compete with him and see how he does.
Yeah.
He's been doing a little bit of a transition, and what a cool sport to be involved in. This is one of the fastest growing water sports in the world. The diversity is insane. I mean, we're traveling all over the world with the World Series, middle of Europe, lakes in the middle of the States. I mean, like surfing world-class waves in Tahiti, Hawaii, and now here with one of the best artificial waves in the middle of the desert. What a cool gig.
Speaking of Europe, there's Olivia Piana from France. Bit too much of a bottom turn there. But speaking of guys making the transition, Cody Kerbox, 12 months, 18 months ago, the guy didn't even want to race. Like he just wanted to go surfing.
Yeah.
All of a sudden he starts racing and just blows up. He's winning races in Tahoe, he's making the podiums all over California.
Not only racing, but training hard.
Yeah.
He has a pretty he trains hard.
Yeah? Tell us about that.
Well, in Hawaii, we have a little bit of a crew, which is top in the world. I mean, the guys that we're training with, Bart Deswart, Connor Baxter, Cody Kerbox, Kai Lenny, Livio, Mark Rappahorse. I mean, these guys are the best in these downwind runs. And they are, Connor, Cody, Kai, the best in overall racing. And so to be able to train with these guys is so great. I mean, I should be training on my race boards a whole lot more, but I'm so focused on the surfing part of it, and I already, have so much fun with I want to focus on the whole surfing part of it, but I think that racing is making the sport just that much greater and making it that much more open to anyone in the world. I mean, you gotta be involved in the racing. If you want to be a successful stand-up paddler, you gotta be doing everything that the sport has to offer.
Yeah, no, that's the beauty of stand-up paddle racing, in my opinion. Anybody can just jump on a board in a river or a lake or a harbour, and straight away they can go in an open race.
Oh yeah.
Or a fun local race.
Totally.
I mean, surfing is probably a bit more exciting, there's a bit more action, but it's a lot harder.
Oh yeah. Speaking of open races, I mean, and beginners having so much fun on these open races, we have the Stand Up for the Cure going on. It's going to be the second annual event for the Stand Up for the Cure. It's a Susan G. Komen Breast Cancer Awareness fundraiser. Last year we broke the Guinness Book World Record with my team of 9 other instructors with Maui Sports Adventures. And we broke the Guinness Book of World Records, the largest stand-up paddle lesson. 700 people on the water at Newport Dunes. We had 50 people at, we had a few different groups of 50 people with an instructor with a megaphone in front of everyone. Boards lined up, hundreds of boards lined up on Newport Dunes. It's a little port, harbor port.
Yeah.
It was insane, dude. And so, I mean, people who've never done it before got it, racing, having fun. And we're gonna actually go down to downstairs and get
No, we're about to stop. This is Tristan Boxford, Stand-Up World Tour Director. We have our first wave of round number 3. This is Leco Salazar, current world champion, in heat 1 of round 3.
Boom. So these are the closeouts now. We're gonna see some action-packed maneuvers coming in this round.
Yeah, absolutely. You just saw Leco there. It's kind of like the left and the right both break, and then you just get a shot at one big whack inside there.
So we're gonna get down to Christian, and he's gonna speak with Olivia from France. She had a pretty good heat in that last women's round.
No, but it's just maybe I will not understand you, but just speak.
Yeah. I'm sure we can work it out.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay, here we go. Okay, so Olivia, you just had your first heat out there with the other girls. You guys started with the lifts first. How did the lifts go for you?
Yeah, the first way I tried to start close to the wall, and I fall, and wow, it was very powerful. And I try to do my best on the left, but I am regular, and it's a little bit hard for me. But and I have a new board, 7.6, and I try to do my best with. So yeah, I'm super.
Right on. And then you guys went to the rights next, to the right hand wave. Left or right, which one you like the most?
I prefer the right because I am a regular. And yeah, you can do some good turn. That's a good wave.
Right on. You know, and you're having fun in the water pool. Is it?
Yeah, a lot.
Is it hard to surf the waves though, or?
It's hard, yes, because it's very different to the ocean, and you have to adapt to find how to surf on, and yeah, you need time for another wave, but that's very fun. It's incredible in the desert here, and that's very good.
Right on. Well, we'll look forward to seeing you out there tomorrow again. Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Gold Coast, you always see Bowie out the alley. That guy rips.
Yeah.
The ISA World Champs about a month ago in Peru. He was in the final, leading for a while, almost took the gold. That guy's, he hasn't had the best couple of heats so far today, but when he's on, he's on.
Dude, you know what? I think he has one of the best power surfing styles out of anyone. I mean, just on that little turn, not a big turn. I mean, the power he put into that, I don't think you guys understand. In this wave, you know, you almost want to go half power. When you put, you know, but he just puts full power into that. It's tough to do that out here with the fresh water.
Yeah. No, Bowie's got some power. All he needs is one big move and he can just destroy a wave.
Man, and also racing, he's a threat.
Yeah, he doesn't get in the races too much, but pretty much all the SUP surfers, I mean, when they're out surfing, they're training for a race.
Oh yeah.
Even if they don't know it. Every time you paddle in, that's going to help when you race next time.
Connor and I actually just been thinking about that more and more lately because our board's just getting smaller. And it's getting harder and harder to paddle them. So it's almost more work to really get going and like more balance. So it's training. I mean, it is training.
For sure. And you see the SUP surfing specialists when you got those course races around the buoys, they just whip it around the corners so fast.
Yeah.
Because you guys are used to just whipping it around and catching a wave. As we've got Lecco about to do his second wave.
Lecco Salazar, world champion, 2012 Waterman League.
Bang.
The nice off the top, off the closeout. Man, I love his surfing. He's really smooth, really nice style. Man, it's great to see everyone improving so much. I mean, this year especially, everyone is improving just so much. I mean, watch Lecco's bottom turn right there, fully showing the bottom, and then back into the whitewash with that roundhouse. And then here he has that closeout section coming right at him. Throws it up there, boom.
Yeah, he got his board right up there. Yeah, Lecco rips. There's a few Brazilian guys here this week, and there's something in the water down there.
Yeah.
Man, they all just rip.
Yeah, surfing is so is very much supported down there.
Yeah.
By the locals, by the government, by everyone. So I think it's a big reason why people are so passionate about it.
Yeah, absolutely.
In Brazil, the surfers alone. I mean, if you follow with the ASP, I mean, those young Brazilians are killing it lately, and same here with the Waterman League, man. There's some Brazilians that are ripping.
Yeah, well, we'll see him in action in, I believe, just a few weeks.
Oh yeah, Ubatuba.
Yeah. The World Tour World Series is heading down to Brazil. If anyone's lucky enough to get down there, I guarantee you that'll be a fun event.
Man, that wave is quite an arena for some high performance stand-up paddle surfing.
Yep.
It's fun. Here's Bo.
So that's Bowie's second wave. Each of these guys got 3 waves in each of the heats. And their best wave from the left, the right, and the closeout wave, they'll be combined, I believe. Top 6 through the quarterfinals. Bottom 10 into the repechage. And then there's 2 more spots out of that to get into the quarters.
Look at that. Walk us through this.
There. Yeah, Bowie just puts all his body behind his turns. You can see he always gets the spray happening. He's a little bit late on this closeout maybe, but still got the board up there.
Yeah, you gotta time it right. You gotta time it.
Yeah, that's the really cool thing about this wave. It's almost like surfing's becoming similar to snowboarding, where guys will just plan the run in their head. They know what tricks they're gonna do.
Totally.
They've got like a whole routine. And with this kind of wave, I mean, every time a right comes through or a closeout comes through, it's virtually identical. so you can really plan it out. I don't know, have you guys been thinking about that before each wave?
Oh, totally. I've been thinking about that last few weeks. I mean, I've been looking forward to this event, and I knew it was going to be I had a little bit of an idea of what it was going to be like, because one of my good friends, Matt Miola from Maui, just came back from here, and he was telling me a lot about the wave.
Yeah.
And so I was trying to surf some spots in Maui, West Maui, that you know, are somewhat consistent with, you know, similar faces and sections. And I was just practicing, thinking of what I'm gonna do, and doing that 10 times, just back, you know, back to back to back.
Yeah.
And you know what? I think it's a good call out here, because that's really what we're all doing right now. I mean, Leko, he's got a plan of attack.
Leko's switched up, he's going right, gets the board right up there. It's almost vertical.
Tell you what, most people favor their front hand, but Leko, I think his backhand is pretty gnarly. His backhand is quite impressive. I mean, that's what got him so far in the Uatuba Pro, and even in the BVI. I mean, some of his higher scores were on the rights. He just throws it up there so vertical.
Yeah, you're gonna see this final turn here. The board just gets right up there. That's the thing about Leko. His style is so smooth. A lot of guys, sometimes they can struggle on their backhand, but look at that.
Oh,
whack.
Really throwing it straight up vertical. You know, and he comes from a longboarding background, so you know, all these athletes are coming from different backgrounds, whether they're coming from a shortboarding background, longboarding background, or even, you know, just there's even guys who are starting to kill it coming from skateboarding and other backgrounds like that. And every different sport has something to offer that can help their surfing and stand-up paddling.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the cool thing about stand-up paddling. It's almost like the center of a lot of ocean sports, and even outside ocean sports. And it's dragging a lot of guys into it.
Oh,
You've
yeah.
got so many different disciplines that now are almost the common thread is stand-up paddling. So Zane, we got some results from the first 2 rounds here. We got the overall current rankings from round 1 and 2. We're just in round 3 right now. We'll get to those after Bowie Jangles gets his 3rd and final wave here. See what he's got on the end here. Oh! Oof. Goes for the punt. Almost.
Man, this time of the day is pretty nice in the wave pool. The sun kind of is creeping away from us. We're not going to get burned anymore.
Yeah, the sun is pretty gnarly out here, as you can imagine. I mean, we're literally in the middle of the desert. We were talking to some of the locals earlier about how it can get up to 50, 55 degrees here in summer. It's gnarly. Even now, it's kind of in the off season, but it's so hot.
Oh my gosh, man, it's burning. I couldn't even imagine being here with 55. It'd be unbearable. The hottest I've been in is definitely Australia, and that was 42. I mean, that's a whole, almost 15 degrees more.
Yeah.
Jeez, that'd be hot and boil an egg on the ground.
So we just saw the replay of Bowie Nixon there. That wrapped up the first heat of round 3. Zane, take us through some of the scores from the first 2 rounds. We've got, there's 15 athletes here, 15 in the men's competition, and after the first 2 rounds,
yeah, so
the Vaz brothers.
Yeah, the Vaz brothers on top, man. And from these last 2 rounds, we're taking the top, 6 from each round, continuing on to the quarters. So in first from the last 2 rounds so far, we have Ian Vaz. In second, we have Kyle Vaz. Third place, Leko Salazar. Fourth, Remy.
It's the Brazilian contingent.
Yeah,
Remy from France, but he lives in Brazil, so.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No way, we got Brazilians at the top 4.
Just dominating the Brazilians. Maybe they got a wave pool down there we don't know about.
And then we got Maui coming up.
Connor Baxter's up there, let's watch this.
Oh, speaking of Maui, that's Connor Baxter, Maui's own.
So you can hang on to that one. I'll go and give that to him, judges.
Yeah. I give it to him.
I'll give that one to him.
And I tell you what, speaking of surfers and racing, Connor's improved tremendously in his surfing ability this last few months.
Let's watch this replay. That move at the end was sick. Yeah, Connor, obviously famous around the world for being a stand-up paddle racer. Won the past 2 Molokai events, he's won the Battle of the Paddle. I mean, The kid's not even 20 and he's a legend in racing. But I've been so impressed watching the last couple of days. He absolutely rips on the waves.
Oh yeah, he's an underground top dog in the surfing world for sure.
You watch this final punt at the end here.
You know, everyone thinks of him with the racing, and dude, look at that air. He's coming to be an aerial specialist in this down at Pal surfing world.
Yeah. You reckon he hang on to that? The judges give it to him? He kind of got up at the end there.
Man, he's off the board right there. That's a layback. That's a hard maneuver to recover from, and he ended up getting back on the board.
That was a free surf. That was a free surf wave.
Yeah, that was free surfing. But we'll get back to so I guess the results. So 4th place, as we were talking about, Remy. In 5th place, myself, Zane.
Good work, buddy.
6th place, Cody Kerbox, another Maui boy. 7th place from France, Benoit Carpentier. And in 8th, Connor Baxter, that we just saw with that that cool air. And also another great guy and great personality, one of my really good friends, Noah Janella, 9th place. And then out back, here's Remy.
Speaking of the man himself.
And Remy's in 4th overall. Boom, showing what he's got.
Yeah, Remy's been doing really well out here in this wave pool.
Should I jump in, guys? You want to stay on, Zane?
Thanks very much, Chris. Pleasure talking to you. I'm gonna get prepared for my next heat, so I'm not rushing out like before. But
right.
So Tristan, right on. Thank you very much.
Good luck, man. Give us a show out there, Zane.
So just tuning back in here, Tristan Boxford. We are now in round 3 for those of you who just joined us of the Abu Dhabi All-Stars Invitational. This is heat number 2. We got Remy Keek from France and Fernando Stala from Mexico.
Fernando, another one of those guys that can mix it up in both the racing and the surfing, Tristan.
Absolutely.
Very talented racer.
And you know, it's kind of interesting. He's definitely one of the larger racers and surfers, but he still manages to surf like he's a smaller guy and race like he's a smaller guy. It's crazy.
He throws that board around for sure. Yeah, so Fernando currently sitting in 10th after the first 2 rounds, but just a couple of points away from the top 6 qualification.
So yeah, we're looking at the cutoff at the moment. We've got Cody Kerbox, the last qualifying athlete after round 1 and 2, but it could all change here in round 3. This is a critical round and probably the most exciting round of the day with the closeout wave. We're gonna see some of the most explosive surfing for sure.
Yeah, when they said this was a closeout wave, I didn't think too much of it. I mean, who likes a closeout? But this is cool. You can do one big move and then just get to whack it right at the end.
Here we got Fernando paddling in here. As he sets up for the closeout. Takes to the air a little bit there, just pops the fins out.
Yeah, that'll be a decent score. He'll probably want to improve on that though. As we said, Fernando currently in 10th, so he's got to get a pretty big score here to jump up above the bubble, qualify direct for the quarters.
Here we see the replay. Fernando looking very much like Conan the Barbarian there. Hair blowing in the wind. Nice snappy turn. He definitely using his weight to really drive turns. There, pops it up over the lip.
Yeah, definitely one of the characters, Fernando Stala from Mexico. Everybody in the stand-up paddling scene, whether it's racing or surfing, knows about Fernando. Every event that you go to, you really can't miss the guy. Big, tall Mexican dude with long hair. And he absolutely rips as well. Doesn't hurt. So Tristan, the Brazilians on fire out here. Top 4, if you give Frenchman Remy an honorary spot in the Brazilian team.
You know, it's exciting to see the development of the sport. When we first started it, there was no Brazilians on tour. Actually, no, we did have a couple of the first event at Sunset Beach in 2010. We had a couple of like native Brazilians, but living in Hawaii, participating, some of the big wave guys. But then we went on to France, and the French market then blew up. They started following the tour. Then we went to Brazil for our first stop there, and ever since then, it's been a huge Brazilian presence on tour, and every year it gets more and more intense.
Yeah.
Leco finally taking a title this last year as we see Remy Keek.
Taking off right against the wall there.
Nice driving bottom turn there.
What's he got?
Oh, just getting the fins out over the lip.
Yeah, it seems to be the move the guys are going for. They're trying to bust the fins.
You know, I'm a little old school. I want to see a Bo Nixon or somebody like that just drive full speed into the lip and throw some spray and spray the guy sitting on the corner there. That's what I'm looking for.
Let's get the big power turns.
Now, it's good to see the aerials too, and that definitely is the progressive side of the sport, as we see Remy in slow-mo here. Remy's definitely, you know, he's always been a great surfer, but he did actually get the fins free over the lip there. Nice
control. A bit of love from the judges there.
So yeah, Remy is a Frenchman, but currently residing in the north of Brazil. He runs a surf adventure camp over there, so look him up online, Remy Keek. He will show you a great adventure in Brazil if you ever head over that way.
Yeah, and at the moment looking pretty good to qualify direct for the quarterfinals. So just run everyone through it again, Tristan. The top 6 qualified direct from the opening rounds.
Yeah, what we wanted to do was switch it up. Normally you would either have a man-on-man or a 4-man heat where 2 advance each heat, but we wanted to make it so it was, because we have the opportunity of having a completely level playing field, we're doing the best scores. So the guys who produce the best waves in their time allotted will get the scores they need to advance. We did 6 allotted for today, with the final 2 spots getting decided from a sudden death round tomorrow, which is always my favorite part. I love when it all comes down to it. It's like the tiebreakers in the World Series. I love the drama. I love the build up, the tension, where everybody's got that last shred of energy, that last chance to make it back in. So we got 2 spots available for the sudden death round tomorrow morning, as we see Fernando about to take another wave.
Yeah, Fernando Stella from Mexico. What's he got? Nice cutty there. What's he got in the end section? Bang, goes for the pop out the top. I reckon he might have got some air there. Fernando looking for a big score to jump up into the top 6. See what the judges thought of that one. So yeah, I'm really liking this format. It's almost like surfing, stand-up surfing meets snowboarding. We got the set waves here at Whitey Adventure Wave Pool. So the guys are just doing their runs, almost like snowboarding half pipe. It's not exactly man on man. It's more like it's just you and the wave. Top score counts.
We're going to throw it down to Leco Salazar.
Okay, Leco, round 3 there, how did it go for you?
Agora eu acho que eu surfei melhor, já estou me adaptando mais aqui. A gente chegou, não tivemos muito tempo para treinar, acabamos conhecendo a onda em cima da hora, mas surfei bem, acabei passando em primeiro no segundo round e agora também estou super feliz, surfei muito bem e parti agora para amanhã.
Right on, good job. Thanks, Leco.
Thank you.
Yeah, I kind of got off to a shaky start, nearly missed my first wave, but I guess that happens, and last couple of waves felt good. Tried pulling a few airs, but I didn't really pay off, but I mean, I'm feeling more comfortable on the wave, which is good, I guess, for tomorrow, and yeah, hopefully I can bring it home tomorrow.
Right on, good job, Bo.
Thanks, Christian.
So we're back. We have the Brazilians on top. I mean, in some ways expected. The Brazilians are such technical maestros in the smaller surf. Leco Salazar winning in the BVI last December with Caio in the final 2s. We got Remy Keek, Frenchman resident in Brazil.
The honorary Brazilian, currently in 4th spot on the rankings. Goes a big move at the end there. Not quite. But Remy, he's looking pretty good to qualify direct for the quarters.
Yeah, Remy's definitely been putting on one of the most consistent performances of the day, really fluid surfing.
Yeah, the Brazilians ripping it up out there. Coming up in the next, it's going to be Cody Kerbox from Hawaii and Daniel Hughes from California.
There's Remy going down there. So I'm actually, I'm really looking forward to the next heat. Cody Kerbox has been on fire this year. Sunset Beach, he put on a clinic, and it was great to see him in the finals, his first finals on the Stand Up World Tour.
Yeah.
And as you say, he is a phenomenal racer too, and he's been showing his presence there too.
Yeah, I mean, obviously with Sup Racer, that's what I really follow, the racing side of this sport, and I can tell you, he's just on podium after podium. I was hanging out a little bit with him in California last September around Battle the Paddle time, and I mean, the guy was just in fine form. And just 12 months before that, he was saying he wasn't interested in racing, he just wanted to go surfing. Gets a couple of wins under his belt and he's hooked by the looks of it.
You know, he comes from very much that waterman background of kind of excel in everything. His dad, Buzzy, obviously does everything. And
yeah, he's got the legend of a father right there.
And Cody's just such a great kid. He's, you know, one of the Maui crop of great kids. We just had Zane on the mic. Connor, Cody, Kai, all these kids are just obviously got wonderful parents because.
Okay. Remy, last hit for the day there. How did it go for you?
It was good. Right now it's so beautiful. It's the sunset, you know. The backdrop, it's nice, and yeah, the wave is good, you know, for doing an air. It's close out, but it's not so easy to read. But my two first wave was okay, and my last wave I tried to go more radical, but I fall. But it was good, yeah.
Right on, man. You excited for tomorrow then?
Yeah, I'm really excited for tomorrow. Today was good. My first hit was really good. I do good right. I take good right, and the left was a little bit more difficult for the on the bottom turn. I don't find the good point, but it was good.
Right on, man. Well, good job. We'll see you there tomorrow.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks,
Ciao.
Remy.
Conan the Barbarian right there.
That's definitely right.
Oh, that was actually that was one of the more legit ones of this round so far, I'd say, as far as the airs are concerned.
Yeah, that's what the guys are going for. They just got the setup move and then one big move at the end on the closeout.
So this is Cody Kerbox in blue. He'll be on your next wave. Cody, one of the bright young talents from Maui.
Good for you.
It was good. I mean, I got some good waves, so it was just good. It's just fine for that heat. The closeout section is the funnest of all. And you know what? I didn't fall. I pulled a couple airs. I did some good turns, so I'm happy. Hopefully, I can add up the points and make it through. So we'll see.
Right on, man. You excited to get out there tomorrow again?
Yeah, I would love to be out tomorrow, especially, now that we're all warm up, we know how to surf this wave. We're gonna have some fun.
Right on. Good job, man. Thanks, Fernando.
All right.
So we're back. Cody Kerbox going for his first wave in round 3, right against the wall there. Nice first turn. What's he got on the end? Oh, he's going for the spin. Oh. Mixing it up a bit.
Cody is so smooth. He's got such a fluid style. He's obviously been training for many years with Kai Lenny, but is a taller, more extended version of Kai Lenny in his surfing and in every respect. But yeah, it's great to see him just surfing so well this year. I'm excited to see how Cody ends up at the end of the year. He is in replay. Watch the commitment here as he goes into the 360. Just catches a rail coming around there.
That. Judges would have liked that one if he completed it.
I like the variety. It's nice to see guys mixing it up, doing something different.
Yeah. So there's Daniel Hughes paddling out, waiting for the next wave to come through. There's about 90 seconds between each wave here at the Whitey Adventure Wave Pool. And I was out there earlier on the 12.6 inflatable, sitting at the back. It's pretty cool. There's a little bit of suspense, and then suddenly you just hear the water dropping down at the back. A second later, there's a big surge. It's almost like a mini tsunami.
It is a little crazy, I mean, growing up surfing, you get so used to seeing what's coming by line of sight. There, it's really like there's nothing and then there's something.
Yeah, it's caught a few of the guys off guard so far. Each of them gets 3 waves in a heat, and if you miss the wave, that's it. You don't get another one.
No, it's almost like surfing with blinkers or surfing at night or something on there. Like you literally, oh look, there's a wave. It's peaking right now. Where I'm going. So Daniel Hughes first came onto the scene on the Stand Up World Tour in Huntington Beach, his hometown, as he comes into a wave here. He unfortunately had some baggage problems getting onto the plane in California. Wasn't able to bring his own boards. As I anticipated, he took to the air.
That's his signature right there.
Yeah, Daniel is.
Claim as well. He liked it.
Yeah, Daniel was born to air, so to speak. That's his MO, and that's.
He's happy.
He looks excited out there. That's what he loves to do, and that's what he does every day at Huntington Beach. I know he was really disappointed not to have his own boards, but it looks as though he's actually got used to this Nash board, slashing a great turn there and setting up for this little punt here. Yeah, that's legit, and lands it cleanly. Throws the tail out a little bit. That was definitely a good one, and I think you can see the excitement of his little claim there. Yeah, Daniel's definitely a bright star of the future from California. Him and his brother strictly surfers. I think actually he told me he started a little bit of racing over in California now.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see guys like Daniel on Saturday with the knockout sprint races back in Abu Dhabi. Maybe they'll pull an upset or two. It's only short races. If you want to tell us about the format that's going to be coming up.
For sure, I was going to say, yeah, he's kind of got the build for racing, so I wouldn't be surprised if you do see an upset with Daniel. So, but yeah, we're going to have the World Series Sprint format, which is heats. It's a heat elimination format, so much like surfing where you have X amount of people in a heat and people advance, and we have a repechage format. So we will have these top 16 athletes, and then there'll be 8 athletes advancing from the open race that we're holding in the morning. So they'll have a chance to join the All-Stars, and it'll be all inflatable division for the All-Stars. So, you know, we wanted to mix it up, seeing as it's not an official event. Here we have Cody Kerbox setting up.
On off the wall there. What's he got? He's going for the spin again.
Little reverse. Yeah. Doesn't pull it all the way around.
I think the judges will give him some love for that one. It's a bit different. Most of the guys been going for the punt at the end. Cody's mixing it up.
Definitely. No, I think the sprint racing will be really fast-paced, and with the inflatables, we're going for really short legs and a lot of buoy turns, so it'll be more of a technical race and fairer, I think, to the surfers amongst the group, because we want to see guys who got board skills.
Yeah, no, I can't wait for the stand-up paddle racing. I mean, that's what I live for with SUP races, so I'm really looking forward to seeing it. And there's going to be a lot of dark horses, like guys like Daniel Hughes and the Brazilians who are tearing it up in the surfing right now. We don't see them at a lot of the big races, but with a short format, inflatables, it really evens the playing field. It's not like it's a 10K race. These guys can just go hard for, what, 4 or 5 minutes each race?
Exactly. Short power sprints. Short power sprints, and as you say, what we tried to do with this event as a whole is create a level playing field. Surfing here, everybody's surfing the same wave. In the racing, everybody's riding the same board, so it's going to be interesting to see. It's a good experiment with the racing, especially, you know, that there's been some brand-specific inflatable races around the world, but this is really the first that's just an inflatable division where, you know, bring your inflatable and race.
Yeah, we'll see a few out there. I mean, I was out there on the Nash 12.6 inflatable earlier. I know the Starboard boys have got their Starboard inflatables.
We got the Fanatic ones.
Jacko and Olivia have got the Fanatics. You won't miss them, the big red inflatables.
And our Brazilian contingent will be riding on the Art and Surf.
They got their own inflatables as well.
They do.
All right.
Shipped directly from the factory this week, and that's Daniel Hughes going for the reverse, kind of going down there, sliding backwards. But yeah, Art and Surf had them shipped over, especially for Caio and Jan, and I'm sure that Leco will stay to the Brazilian brand too, so.
Yeah, no, that'll be cool to see. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to the stand-up paddle racing on Saturday. We did a preview a couple of days ago. We went down to the Abu Dhabi Sailing and Yacht Club, and an absolutely insane location. Beautiful beach, this crazy city skyline as the backdrop, beautiful blue turquoise water. It's gonna be great fun.
No, definitely, it's gonna be a day to remember, and it's kind of a precursor to what is gonna happen here next year. We don't have an official announcement yet, but we will do as we see a squatter on the hill here.
Yeah, someone's getting
pictures. Oh, he's waving. It's Ian Vaj, I got a feeling.
He's getting the sick photo angle from up there.
It's somebody.
You'll see
he's got a fist pump. There we go.
You'll see when they zoom out. He's a long way up.
He is. That's almost giving me a bit of vertigo looking up at him up there, actually.
Yeah, this mountain behind us, this crazy looking desert mountain, is pretty solid.
Yeah, it's imposing, I think is the right word for it. But yeah, no, so the race on Saturday really is a precursor to what we're looking at for the next few years here in the UAE.
Yeah.
A real growth of stand-up paddle racing, as I said before, is such a perfect destination for it. Warm water, there is actually wind, so there are some downwind courses to be had. You know, having sprint racing in front of the city is such a great opportunity. I mean, to have a backdrop like that is unreal. Here we have Cody Kerbox. This is his final closeout wave. What's he got for us? Nice slashing first time.
You can go for the spin again. No, he goes for the punt. Didn't quite launch it, but a solid wave. Cody currently sitting in 6th. He really just needed a safe wave to keep him inside the top 6 there.
Yeah,
Hopefully that last one will give him something.
Yeah, he's on the cusp there. Yeah. Hopefully, you know, it depends how all the other athletes do there.
Yeah, we're looking at Benoit Carpentier from France and Connor Baxter. They're in 7th and 8th. They're probably the 2 guys who've got the best chance of jumping up into that top 6. And we'll see them coming up shortly. We're in heat 3 right now. Up next in Heat 4, Zane Schweitzer and Paul Jacko Jackson. Then Benoit and the local boy Kieran Taylor will get in the water in Heat 5.
So this is going to be the last wave from Daniel Hughes, which will round up Heat 3 of round 3. I'm excited to see Zane's heat, actually. There's always, one thing about Zane is there's always going to be a surprise.
Absolutely.
Whether it's from his mouth or from his, from his actions.
Yeah, Zane's one of the characters of this sport, there's no doubt about that. He's the wild man of SUP.
And you'll see him again tomorrow, the morning show with Zane Schweitzer tomorrow morning.
Speaking of the devil, he's running into the commentary booth right now.
You're up next, man. You're up next.
Well, Zane Schweitzer's standing next to us in the commentary booth. He's making the run downstairs. He just realised he's got about 2 minutes to get in the water.
That was a pretty classic Zane move, actually, I might say.
Yeah, he's been saying the last 2 hours that he doesn't want to rush himself. He wants plenty of time. And there you go, last minute.
Well, at least it's not a hectic paddle out. And here we have Daniel Hughes on his last wave. You know he's going to want to go something big here. A nice slashing turn. He wants to improve on his first air. Oh, he gets a little bit of air there. That was a clean
rail
one.
grab.
Are we going to get another claim? Is it a claim? Do we have a claim?
Throw out the claim. Come on down. No, he didn't like that as much as his second one.
Yeah. I don't know. I think he probably got a little more height on that.
Yeah, I actually like that one better even. If you see at the end, he almost got the full rail grab.
He popped it a little more, but it had a little more tweak in it. Oh, that's a nice opening turn for him as well. I think the judges will like the combo of maneuvers there.
You watch this at the end. Goes for the rail grab there. You got the rail slap. Not so much of a grab.
I think his first air was better. I think he was right for the claim on the first one. But we'll see what the judges think here.
And there you go, Zane Schweitzer. He was standing next to us about 30 seconds ago. Now he's paddling out. Like you said, not the craziest paddle out, because the waves just stopped for 90 seconds.
Well, coming off our first event of the year at Sunset, where we had a solid 10 to 12 foot sunset, this is definitely a walk in the desert park for these athletes.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I was sitting out there earlier on the inflatable, and there's that surge that comes out. There's even like a backwash wave right behind it. It moves some water for sure. I know Kieran was talking about earlier, it's not like a normal wave where you can just duck dive under. It's almost like the whole pool is just moving forward.
Well, I think the first feeling of coming out here to surf is that little bit of the unknown, and you see the mechanics of it and you hear it, and there's something a little eerie about it. You know, when you go on the ocean's the ocean. The waves are there, and there's always the unpredictability, but there's very much a predictability. It's the ocean, and you know what to expect. There's water there.
Yeah.
Here, there's like a mechanical element to it that's a little more scary. As we have, this is Zane Schweitzer.
What's Zane got for us?
Oh, a real nice full rail turn there.
Up big.
Oh, throws the tail out into a fin free over the white water. That was a great combo of maneuvers. He's been waiting all day, all week, all year for this opportunity to hit the closeouts.
Yeah, I was chatting to Zane before. He said he's been thinking about the runs in his head, going through his moves.
Let's see this in slow-mo. Setting up. Yeah, great full rail turn there as he gets the fins free, but quickly picks up speed again so he can set up for the closeout. Not high, but really throws the tail free over the lip. The judges will like to see the fins there, so
yeah, it looked good. That'll be a decent first score. I reckon Zane will want to improve on that though.
Yeah, I think so too.
He's capable of some pretty crazy stuff.
This wave is really finicky as far as when you hit the lip for that maneuver, because it does flatten quite quickly. So you want to keep your speed, like you saw Zane there. He buried the rail, but he quickly released it so he could get in and generate some more speed for that closeout maneuver.
Yeah, and at the back we got Jacko, Paul Jackson from the Gold Coast, Australia. Fanatic team rider. One guy definitely take
machine. I gotta say that I got up pretty early this morning, 5:45 or something, thinking I'd be on my own for a while, and then Paul Jackson came through the door with his running shoes asking me where the gym was, and I was a little taken aback.
Yeah, well, I train a lot of the time with Jacko back on the Gold Coast. Him and his wife, Angela Jackson, who's a very good paddler herself. They're up every day at 5:45 for training.
And here he is at 5:45 in the UAE, dropping in. You know, he's a great surfer too. I've seen some great barrel shots of the guy. He's definitely got, as he buries the nose there and goes down.
Yeah, Jacko likes the bigger stuff usually. Guys like himself, Jamie Mitchell, they're used to charging solid surf. So they've had to adapt a little bit, getting the wave pools slightly smaller. They got to mix it with the kids who are just pulling out all the tricks.
No, and I think there's a place for power surfing out here at Wadi Adventure, and I think you know, there could be some surprises. Unfortunately, he buried the rail. It was a nice committed turn there. But yeah, we see the light is starting to go down here. One of the most unique features of the Wadi Adventure Park is the floodlit aspect of it. We're going to be surfing at night. Tomorrow you will have the finals under the floodlights, so it's something pretty unique about here, and it's pretty cool.
Oh, for sure. We were here last night till at least 10:30 in the evening, just doing the practice. And yeah, it was crazy. The sun went down, the crazy desert mountain behind us just turned into a silhouette. I mean, yeah. This isn't like a normal day out at the beach. This is something else.
You know, we've been planning a kind of night exhibition event out at Turtle Bay, the HQ for the Waterman League. It's still very much on the cards. We've actually been speaking with Brian Carolina about it to put something really unique together with all his Hollywood background of stunts and lighting and this stuff. So, but to come here and have it all ready to go with lights under the water, over the water, it's a pretty unique location here.
Yeah, absolutely. And you mentioned, here we go, we can see
Zane paddling
on the second one. Next to the wall takeoff.
Oh, really nice slashing turn there. Oh, he gets a huge amount of air and busts it free. That was, for me, one of the best aerials of the day.
Yeah, for sure.
I didn't see his 9.5 this morning, but that combination of slashing turn and then setting up for the aerial. Let's see it in slow motion here.
Yeah, that was really nice. That was a super clean landing and all.
He had a lot of speed off the bottom and then just driving that full rail turn, breaking the fins free, and then setting up and just boosting. He got the right air. He hit the perfect section of that wave and boosted throwing the tail out. He's happy with that. He had a posture of contentment there, I think. Look at that.
Yeah,
that's a pretty amazing. That was an amazing wave from Zane Schweitzer. That's what we've been waiting for in the Wildman from Maui, and I'm happy I've seen it.
Yeah, well, Zane was currently in 5th after 2 rounds. I'm going to call it now. He's straight into the quarterfinals with that wave.
You know, I'm not a judge, but I'm going to say that that's a pretty good call there.
Yeah.
You know, that was one of the better waves I've seen all day. There was a combination of maneuvers. Both turns were exceptional. It's got to be up in the good to excellent range. So I'm not going to make a call before the judges, but
yeah, we don't want to put any scores in their mouth, but the guys below him will have to do something special to knock Zane out.
Oh, we just got words from the judges. Zane scored a 10-point ride.
Wow.
I have to say that I entirely agree with the judges there, because that was a flawless execution of a wave. I mean, he had speed, power, and flow. That's what they're looking for. He had risk. He had control. He put everything into that wave. He had a full rail turn. He had an aerial. He tweaked the board out, threw the fins out so the judges could clearly see the fins. So the first 10 of the competition to Zane Schweitzer's, we have Paul Jackson on dropping in.
Yeah, Jacko's got some big shoes to follow now. What's he got? Goes to layback. Rio on the end there. Doesn't quite make it. Yeah, Zane drops the first perfect 10 of the contest and safely through the quarters. He'll almost be in the lead after the 3rd round now.
Yeah, you know, it's always exciting when you see a 10-point ride. I know the Ubatuba Pro back in Brazil in last year was one of the more exciting finals I think we've ever had in stand-up world tour history, between Leko Salazar and the young Mo Freitas from Haleiwa in Hawaii. Leko thought he had it in the bag with a 10-point ride and a 9-point, I don't know, I can't remember what it was. It was a 9-point something. He was relaxed sitting in the channel thinking it's done, when Mo just put together 3 of the most solid turns to score a 9.8 in the dying minutes. So it's exciting to see those kind of turns happen. To get a wave like here at this inaugural event in Abu Dhabi, to get Zane Schweitzer putting together a 10 here is exciting. I don't think it's the last 10 of this contest either.
No, absolutely. We saw Connor in the free surf earlier. He would have been close.
Yeah, he had that similar kind of aerial, actually, throwing the tail out. I think Zane hit the wave at such a perfect trajectory there that he got the maximum possible air out of that turn.
Yeah, that's why he got the 10. He literally couldn't have done much more with that wave.
No, and he hit the perfect part of the wave. He used the full rail. Yeah, every aspect of that ride was exceptional.
Yeah, I did a bit of a preview of this event on Sup Racer last week, and
we're gonna throw down to Daniel quickly here.
Yeah. Okay, Daniel, you know, how did he go for you, man?
felt pretty good. I got a couple good waves. I mean, it's not enough, I know that, because I needed a 12-point ride, and that's impossible, but stoked that I did get some good waves, some throw tails. That was pretty fun, and I'm stoked to be back tomorrow in the repo charge and just to surf my hardest and hopefully make it in the top 2 to advance. And I just can't wait to just finish this contest out strong.
Right on, man. Overall, a fun day there for you?
Oh yeah, definitely. I love these closeouts the best because I can really practice my airs, and it's really fun.
Good job, man. Thanks.
Thanks.
He didn't get any good one. Oh, we've got we have Zane Schweitzer on another great wave, another full rail turn. I love the way he just loads it onto that inside rail, setting up, changing the paddle and driving into a reverse there. That was a really radical reverse, completely in control yet on the edge.
Yeah, Zane's got an awesome style, very smooth but very fast.
He's explosive.
Yeah, for sure.
And actually, when you see him race, it's kind of the same deal. Like, I was just watching him race in Patagonia just now, and his whole body is just driving. It's impressive to watch.
Yeah, definitely look out for Zane Saturday in the sprint races. He's a solid sprinter, and with those kind of airs, I mean, he'll go close to taking this event out.
Well, we do have an overall title here in Abu Dhabi for the overall athlete, so Zane's definitely in contention for that. And having seen him do the long distance, a 13-mile grueling long distance in under the glaciers, he was right up there with Kai Lenny, Connor Baxter, and Casper Steinfeld, 3 of the kind of the leading lights of stand-up paddle racing.
Yeah.
And Zane was in the leading pack for the majority of the race, and he was only just behind him at the finish. So it's.
Oh yeah, I mean, people know Zane for his surfing. It's almost like the reverse of Connor as we look at Jacko on his 3rd and final wave here. It's going right.
That's a better turn for him, yeah.
There. What's he got at the end?
Yeah, he completes it. Yeah,
it's definitely solid score there.
That's going to be his better wave. The other 2, unfortunately, caught the nose, buried the nose on his final turn. And that is it for this heat. 3 waves each. Zane Schweitzer. If there was a combination of waves, I think that would have gone through the roof. I'd be interested to see what that last wave came in at as we see the replay of Paul Jackson's wave.
There's a nice first turn from Jacko. He's found himself a little far down the rankings after the first 2 rounds, so Jacko's going to have to run the gauntlet of the repechage tomorrow.
And
so it's good to get the confidence boost the last wave, though.
Wave pool's unreal. Yeah, I've been having so much fun and definitely looking forward to tomorrow, some more waves.
Yeah, so now you've got a whole day of surfing here under the belt. Probably understand the wave a little bit better. What do you think you'll do different tomorrow?
I'm just going to take what I learned today and just think about, the turns, try to work on just making everything a little cleaner, a little better, and yeah, see what can happen.
Right on, man. Look forward to seeing you tomorrow.
Thank you.
Thanks, Cody. Zane.
So we've got Heat 5 in the water now, Tristan. Benoit Carpentier from France and the local boy, Aussie expat Kieran Taylor.
This is going to be an interesting heat, man.
Yeah, Kieran lives right nearby the Whitey Adventure Park. He's been here more than anyone. We saw in that first round, I believe, we're on the rights. Kieran was taken off in a different spot to all the other guys, and you just seem to have it dialed.
Yeah, Kieran's definitely got a local advantage here. He knows this wave better than pretty much anyone from shortboarding to stand-up paddling, as we see.
That's Benoit by the looks of it, out there, taken off next to the wall.
That board is so tiny.
Yeah, Benoit's on a 7-1.
Oh.
Which is just, I mean, for the stand-up paddle surfers out there.
Oh, well, I've been looking forward, especially after having such a fun expression session, and the closeout has definitely the best opportunity for a great combination of maneuvers. And I guess I got a 10 on my second wave. I'm stoked, of course, for that. I just watched Noah Janela's little replay. I guess opened up with a nice smooth turn, little air. So super stoked to be continuing on. And man, I'm excited to get back in the water. I'm pretty sure we have this thing all night. So we're gonna be surfing, and then we'll be back at you with all the action tomorrow, I guess, and maybe quarterfinals after we're done with round 3. So yeah, really stoked to be here. Let me take a quick second to just say how important this event is. We are writing history right now. The first event ever in an artificial wave, not only an event, a world-class event. This is opening the doors in so many ways for the career of surfing for so many athletes and also the industries. I mean, this is a controlled environment that can potentially be in the Olympics. And that's just what I'm saying right now. It's gonna be happening very soon. I guarantee you, if not the next one, the one after. But from all the support from Abu Dhabi and Dubai and everyone who made this possible, bringing us out here, I mean, what a great opportunity. And here in Abu Dhabi, people are really cool, really gracious, and man, they make some incredible creations. So yeah, super stoked. Hello, you guys. Thanks, Christian.
Right on. Thanks, Zane.
Okay.
Oh, that was a nice wave from Kieran Taylor.
That looked good. He just went for the one big move. I haven't seen anyone do the wraparound cutty. So yeah, Kieran, an Australian expat, lives over here in the UAE. Surfs the Whitey Adventure wave pool all the time, so he's got this place. He knows like the back of his hand, really.
He really does, and oh, here it is in slow-mo. Let's see this turn here. Oh, nice driving roundhouse there. Yeah, he throws it up there, lays back into it. That was a great wave, you know, and it was variety. I think the judges are going to be happy to see something refreshing and different. And a factoid on Kieran Taylor. Did you know that he was related to Elizabeth Taylor? I don't know whether you knew this, but...
Didn't know that. There you go.
A little factoid for you web viewers out there.
We got a bit of celebrity royalty blood here in the water.
I mean, there's a bit of everything in stand-up paddling. We've got the soap opera star in Brazil, Caio Vaz. We have Kala Alexander, star on Hawaii Five-0.
Yeah.
We have, and right here, Elizabeth Taylor's, I'm not sure how it works, but I think it's a
we'll
great
say close relative or something.
Close relative,
yeah.
That's good enough. So
there you go.
And Kieran does have one of the more exotic jobs you can imagine, seeding clouds over here to make it rain.
Yeah, I couldn't believe that when somebody told me what that guy does over here. I think it might have been yourself, Tristan. That's a pretty gnarly job.
Well, it's just one of those things, if you walk into a bar and somebody asks you what you do and you go, I just make it rain, buddy.
Make it rain, there you go.
And here he is. No, it's not him, it's Benoit Carpentier. What's he got for us?
Oh, he's got to get on. Almost missed that one. He's going for one big move.
He
goes for the punt. Gets above the lip a bit.
He's definitely going to want to improve on that on his third wave.
That wasn't a Zane Schweitzer air. That's not going to be close to a 10, but...
I think his first wave might have been better. The combo might be pushing him ahead, but Kieran Taylor, he needs to get a better wave on this next one.
Yes, we see Benoit here just go for one big move at the end. Get the fins free, but it wasn't super high.
Well, also, if you notice, that's kind of a little bit the difference between the kind of boosted air and the chop up air. That was more of a chop up off the white water there, as opposed to Zane, where he projected through the lip and threw the tail out, that's what the judges are looking for.
It's pretty cool though when we start saying that airs aren't that good. I mean, a couple of years ago we were like, if you could bust an air on a stand-up paddleboard, you're a god. And now we're like, that's an alright air.
Well, you know, it's kind of interesting, the transition of going to market with the Stand Up World Tour over the first few years. First time we went to market with it, people are like, what? What is that? First of all, people didn't even know what stand-up paddling was. So that was the first learning lesson. So they're standing on a surfboard with a paddle. Then it was like, oh, they're getting barreled with a paddle, because we were going to Tahiti and Sunset, and guys were getting legitimate barrels. And then suddenly we have pictures of like Kai Lenny and Zane Schweitzer leaning off their paddle 5 foot above the lip, and they're like, oh my God, what is this? So,
yeah.
You know, it's been an exciting progression, an exciting journey, and seeing the evolution of the sport, both in surfing but also racing. You know, it's exciting to see.
Yeah, it's blown up so fast. That's what I love about stand-up paddling. It's just taking off all around the world, as we see Kieran lining up the second wave. Oh, catches us a bit there. What's it he got at the end?
Oh, he gets it up, Bert. Yeah, he gets it up vertical there.
You made something out of that?
I'm not sure it's going to beat that one roundhouse. I like that roundhouse. It was variety. It showed some flow and drive.
Yeah, first wave of Kieran's was good.
So he's been having the crowds on the beach, baby included, screaming for him all day. So there's the slow-mo. He does manage to get it up there. He got a little rail, a little core, but then he manages to get it up there and get the turn he wanted. So that, I believe, is the end of, or have we got one more wave? Perhaps it's one more wave here.
Yeah, it looks like Benoit's paddling out for his third and final. But Kieran was sitting in 11th place out of 15 after the second round. There's a real close bunch down the order. Not sure he's going to get the score to jump up into the top 6 from this one, so we might see Kieran having to do the repechage, run the gauntlet tomorrow.
Yeah, the sudden death.
So we'll have Tristan's at 9 guys in the morning looking for 2 spots.
Exactly. It's going to be cutthroat. I mean, people are going to be putting it all on the line. And the interesting thing about tomorrow, we've given it a little bit to the riders to decide what they want to do. So if they want to ride the right, the closeout, the left, it's up to them. So they choose their playing field, and then they do with what they've chosen. You know, they've got to make do and make it work. So it's going to be an exciting round. I love the sudden death rounds.
Yeah,
awesome.
We see Benoit up against the wall. This is his third and final wave.
He's on the cusp here of qualification for the quarterfinals. He's going to want to make this count as he sets up for the final maneuver. That was a nice turn.
Nice.
He threw the, he just goes down. That's a shame.
Yeah, judges won't really award that one at the end there.
He didn't get that high above the lip, but he threw the tail through the lip in, and that was, you know, it was definitely a nice maneuver, but didn't quite follow through to the finish on that. So it was a nice opening turn, bearing the rail and getting the fins free. So that, oh, it's a shame he didn't quite land. He landed kind of cleanly, and then he sort of dug a rail or something. That's a shame, because that would have been his best wave, I think, by far.
Yeah, so Kieran Taylor, there you see, paddling out. It's kind of on dusk here at the moment in Alain at the Whitey Adventure Park. The lights are on, the huge big lights above the pool. Starting to cool down out there, I imagine. We kind of got the cozy aircon in here, so we can't tell. We skipped out of the 35, 40 degree heat earlier.
Well, I've just, certainly the Waterman League production crew have been commenting all day. If we could take this mission control everywhere we went, we would have a lot easier life.
Yeah, this is nice. So we're sitting up here, kind of on the balcony overlooking the White Adventure wave pool. We got the beautiful setup here.
Nice.
Great view of the action. Nice and cool, nice and relaxed. Spare a thought for Johnny, our cameraman, who's been down there in the 40 degree heat all day.
But you know what,
these pictures.
I don't feel too sorry for him. He's got a giant fan blowing on him.
Yeah,
I heard he was being fed grapes all day.
Yeah, the guy's hooked him up. He's not doing too bad.
But here we have a wave. This is
Kieran
Taylor's last wave.
What's he got for us? Setting up one big move here.
Oh,
Dang,
throws the tail out.
He's trying to ride out. Had one toe on the board there at the end, goes down.
An extra 0.1 for body surfing there.
That first wave of Kieran's in this third round, that'll probably be his scorer.
I would say so, yeah. I think that's his score.
Big wraparound cutty.
So it looks like Benoit, he's on the cusp. It'll be interesting to see. I don't think that he might. Yeah, remains to be seen. I think Cody didn't have the best of his heats in this last round, so it's going to be a battle between Benoit and Cody for advancement here. We'll be able to update you on that in a few minutes.
Yeah, Cody Kerbox was in 6th after 2 rounds, Benoit Carpentier in 7th. And Connor Baxter, who we'll see shortly, he was in 8th. There's probably those 3 guys battling it out for the final spot,
and
the final direct spot in the quarterfinals.
I'm excited to see that heat with Connor because he's on form right now. He snuck out for a quick sneaky wave before round 3 and boosted one of the best airs of the day.
Yeah, I thought that was in the competition. I was waiting to see the huge scores read out, but unfortunately, that was just a free surf, so we'll never know what the judges thought of that. But if he can pull another one of those out, he could jump up into the top 6, Connor.
Then one thing Connor is good is grace under pressure. So he if anybody can handle the pressure, Connor can. If he can handle going 27 miles at 12.5 miles an hour.
Yeah, he's a bit of a freak, Connor.
Yeah.
We've all followed him the last few years, his meteoric rise in the stand-up paddle racing world. And maybe we're seeing here at this event, as we'll just jump out to the back.
Here we have Kyle Vaj. He is currently 2nd in the rankings. A nice flowing turn, speed turn. Oh, he gets right up above the lip and he almost pulls it. Kyle is another explosive surfer. Not as much low-down power as Zane Schweitzer, but a lot of flow and a lot of unpredictability in his surfing that makes it really exciting to watch. So here we're gonna get the replay of this. This is a really pretty first turn too. He's got such a smooth flowing style. But real quick recheck turn because he wants to set up for this. Throws the tail right out on the nose of the board and almost pulls it round. You could see the frustration in a moment here for not making that wave.
Yeah.
So this is the mini Conan the Barbarian.
Yeah, he's got the Conan look going on. Fernando and Kaya.
They could be brothers almost. If from afar anyway.
Yeah. But speaking of brothers, Kaya's actual brother is Jan Vaz. He'll be up in the final heat. The one-man heat, heat number 8. He'll be out there. He's got the wave pull to himself. To improve on his current first place ranking, that's pretty hard to improve.
It's amazing. The Vaj brothers never cease to amaze. You know, they came onto the scene just a year or two ago and have certainly every event just making their presence felt. It's really exciting to see those guys. And they're such great kids. Really, really well spoken, and yeah, it's just great to have those kind of people on tour.
Yeah, absolutely. After Zane's perfect 10, he could be given a good push for the top ranking going into the quarterfinals. He's only 1.5 points behind Jan and just 0.8 behind, not too much behind Kaya.
And here's your boy, Jamie Mitchell.
The captain, Jamie Mitchell, what's he got for us?
Nice turn there, that was a great turn.
A bit late on the final move there.
He put it all into that first turn and did a nice wrapping turn.
Yeah, Jamie's another one that's got the power like Bo Nixon we were talking about earlier. Jamie's a bit more used to surfing 25, 30-foot waves, not 3 or 4, so he's had to definitely adapt out here at the Wadi Adventure Wave Park.
Well, I think he's on a significantly bigger board than a lot of the guys as well, which is,
yeah,
you know, it allows him to do turns like that, but not necessarily get up as vertical and as radical as some of the younger guys.
Yeah, you won't see so many punts from Mitchell out there, but you'll definitely see some power. Jamie, I believe, is on an 8.6 Surf Tech board, while you compare that to someone such as Benoit Carpentier, he's on a 7.1 starboard.
But there's also a body size difference on that
too. There's a slight difference in weight, I'd say. But yeah, definitely the younger guys can throw it around. The older guard have to rely on their classic power surfing.
Exactly, and I think if one, the waves were to pick up above the Wadi Adventure sign, or it was catch as many waves as you can in 24 hours, I think Jamie could probably step up higher in the ranking there.
Yeah, if this is an endurance event, Jamie would be right at home. Obviously, he's a 10-time Molokai or Oahu paddleboard world champion. That's what he's become world famous for. So yeah, you put him out in the water in the middle of the ocean for 4 or 5 hours, he'll be right at home.
But he's adapting well here nonetheless, and he's putting on a great performance. It's great to have him here at the Abu Dhabi All-Stars Invitational.
Yeah, absolutely. Jamie's one of the biggest names in stand-up paddling. Like we said, 10-time paddleboard world champion, and he's carrying that through to stand-up paddling.
Here we have Kyle Vaj. What's he got for us? Oh, once again, laying the inside rail, setting up. Oh, throwing the tail out. Not a high aerial, but a really nicely executed. He goes for a little 360 on the white water, not quite pulling that through, but that was a nice turn.
Yeah, that looked good. He didn't get super high, but it looked good, looked clean.
Again,
smooth.
he didn't have as much speed, and he didn't hit quite that section that Zane was able to find when he went into his one, but yeah, interesting to see how the judges will score that. That was a nice first turn too.
Yeah, watch this replay, his final move.
See, he doesn't quite get it looks really good, really stylish, really controlled radicalness, but he didn't quite hit that section which projected him as much as Zane was able to get over his. The great thing about this closeout wave is that you can either take off left or right, so it's definitely exciting to have that opportunity, so you can be front side no matter which way you go.
Yeah, I know a lot of the guys out there have been talking about the waves. Most of them seem to prefer their forehand for sure. Though we saw in that last heat, Kieran Taylor just went backhand and put in a great turn.
Well, you know, there's guys like Leco Salazar who I'll go out there to say his backhand is one of the finest on the planet, and it definitely has won him contests, and I would say it's almost stronger than his forehand. I mean, it's just a phenomenal backhand.
Yeah, Leco's got one of the smoothest styles out there. Zane Schweitzer also, he was ripping up earlier on his backhand.
You know, the other guy that has an amazing backhand attack that had to pull out last minute from this event, Sean Pointer, is another guy who surfs phenomenally on his backhand.
Yeah, as we see Jamie Mitchell going for his second wave. What's he got? There's a slightly wider takeoff.
Nice wrapping turn again.
Set something up here. Oh, is he on there? No.
Just got pulled off there.
Yeah, Sean Pointer, he would have loved it out here.
It's a shame. He was scheduled to come until a day and a half before the event, which is why we have this one-man heat at the end.
Yep.
It's a shame he couldn't make it, but he'll be at the Ubatuba Pro Stop 2 of the Stand Up World Tour coming up soon, end of April.
Yeah, I saw Sean recently at the event in Peru, and he was just on fire. He was on a different level to the other guys. I mean, there was some solid surfers there. Bowie Nixon, who we saw earlier, who was in the final. Antoine Del Perro, he was out there, but Sean Pointer just tore it apart.
Yeah, he's a great surfer from the US, originally from Florida, now living in San Diego. He was leading the world rankings coming into the last event last year and literally had one of the most nail-biting semi-final heats against Leco Salazar in the Location X finals in the British Virgin Islands. Unfortunately, he got the rough end of the stick and didn't get the world title, but definitely a worthy contender, and this year he started Sunset well, so I think it's going to be a strong year for the young American.
Yeah, no, Sean will be back this year for sure. That guy rips.
So I'd like to take this opportunity to thank our patrons. You'll see behind us our very valued patrons of the World Tour, all the industry members that help us make this tour possible, also the World Series as well for the racing. We really appreciate your support and obviously the support of the athletes. I'd also like to say thank you to the partners of this event, Abu Dhabi Sailing and Yacht Club, UAE SUP, Wadi Adventure Park, and One-to-One Hotels, as we have Kyle Vaj.
Oh, digs the rail there a bit, but goes for the big punt at the end.
He actually, that's unfortunate he went down there. He got quite a lot of air on that one.
Yeah, he's not happy.
No, he looks frustrated there.
Fully caught the rail on that first turn. That kind of threw out his momentum.
He managed to still
almost
get a lot
got back there at the end though, but just couldn't quite ride out of it. He'll be looking for something better though. Let's see.
Yeah, let's see what we got here. Oh, this is Kyle's turn. Let's see what happened here.
First turn he was going for the, he went for the big.
He kind of buried his rail a little bit, lost his speed, but then projects high off the lip.
That's actually really impressive that
he pulled back, but then caught a rail.
He got some speed out of nowhere then at the end.
Unfortunate for the young Brazilian, but I still think he is looking good. I mean, he had a first wave score of 7.83. Kyle's looking pretty strong here in fact, I think it's almost determined that he is into the quarterfinals directly. So even though the frustration is there, I don't think he's worried. We're going to throw down to the floor to speak to one of our athletes.
La meilleure option dans la piscine à vagues, franchement, pour essayer d'innover dans les manœuvres, mettre des gros airs, et franchement ce que je préfère. Et voilà, maintenant il nous reste 3 heures après cette série, là il nous reste 3 heures de free surf, donc je vais m'entraîner pour demain. Je pense que je passe pas, mais voilà quoi, il me fallait genre un 8 points pour passer donc 6ème, du coup bah je sais pas trop si je l'ai, je vais voir, et voilà, super fun.
Right on, thanks Benoit.
I had fun. Yeah, I mean, I don't think I wasn't doing any airs, that's for sure, and I saw some massive airs get done, so you know, I had fun. I enjoyed myself. Tried my one, you know, just going out wide and coming back and hitting the close out in a different direction. That was my manoeuvre. I pulled it off, but I don't think it was extremely high in amplitude factor, but it was alright. Enjoyed myself. Yeah.
And you know, going into tomorrow, a couple more heats hopefully.
Yeah.
You looking forward to it?
Absolutely, yeah. I've had a really good day. It's been fun. Watching some great surfing going on and just hanging out here has been great.
Right on, man. Thanks, Kieran.
Okay.
The best. So that's it for Heat 6. Kaio Vaz and Jamie Mitchell putting on a show for us. Kaio safely through to the quarterfinals directly. Jamie will have to survive the repechage. And this next one's going to be exciting, Tristan. The Maui, not the Maui boys, but the Hawaii boys, Noah Janela from Oahu and Connor Baxter from Maui. They're definitely going to be putting on a show for us.
Absolutely. Well, Noah's my next door neighbor, very close to the Janela family, a lovely family, and Noah is such a great kid from Oahu and such an inspirational waterman. He made an Alaya board especially to bring over here.
Yeah.
And he's going to be out here tomorrow morning putting on a display of that.
Yeah.
But a great stand-up surfer. And then, of course, Connor Baxter, who we've spoken a lot about. So it's going to be a great showdown here.
Yeah, I was chatting to Noah the other day about the board that he hand-shaped, the wooden Alaya board. He's pretty keen to get out there on it.
Oh, here we have Noah's card here. He's got plenty of stamps in his passport. You see, it's pretty cool. But as we have the first wave up, this is Connor Baxter on his backhand. Oh no, he's on his forehand, of course. He's goofy. Oh, just tries to boost over the lip there. A little bit more of a chop hop, kind of comes unstuck. He'll be looking for something better.
Yeah, he's kind of throwing it all on the line there. It's the first wave. They've got 3. Try and do something big on the first one maybe, and if it doesn't pull off, he's still got 2 more chances. So you see the replay of Connor's first wave.
So nice off bottom turn, nice slashy off the top. Just
he was really setting this final move up, but
he
didn't hit it right.
He sort of missed the most critical part of the wave and then sort of chop up. So that was a brief vision of Kyle Vaz there. And here paddling is Noah Janela from Cavella. Yeah, Noah's a great kid. I sure hope his family is watching right now. Wonderful family that certainly looked after myself and my wife. We're living actually in the house that Noah grew up in, so we're very privileged and fortunate to be able to do that.
Living in paradise, Tristan.
I definitely, I feel very fortunate. I grew up in England and I did my time, so not that England isn't a wonderful country.
England, Hawaii.
God bless the Queen and everything. But,
no offense, but I know which one I'd choose.
No, England has its merits, but definitely Hawaii is home. So
yeah, sounds good. So yeah, the Waterman League, the Stand Up World Series, the Stand Up World Tour. It's based on the North Shore of Oahu, and you've got an epic stellar season coming up. I mean, we've just gotten started, as we'll chat about that after this next wave from Noah. He's going left on the closeout. What's he got? Setting it all up for this last turn. Whack! Goes for the pun.
You know, clean. Oh, he just went down.
Didn't quite catch it there.
So we got 2 goofies on the left. We're gonna have them sitting on the left of the closeout here, all of them, I'm sure, as we go to the replay of this wave.
So yeah, the Stand Up World Series and the Stand Up World Tour. I mean, we're just getting started. It's only the beginning of April. We've had Sunset, the Sunset Pro on the Stand Up World Tour, the surfing side. We had an insane event in Chile on the Stand Up World Series, the racing side. And now we're kind of combining the two in this specialty event here in the desert. But what's coming up next? What can we see?
Coming up next at the end of April is the Ubatuba Pro Grand Slam. So this is a combination of World Tour and World Series, not in the exhibition format, in the legitimate full event. So that'll be in the Sao Paulo area of Brazil. It is a beautiful part of the world, and Brazil is just such a hotbed for the sport right now. It's just blowing up. There's just so many new people coming into the sport, both for surfing and racing. So
yeah, absolutely. That'll be cool.
We'll be over there. Then we go off to Western Australia at the end of May for the next stop on the World Tour. At a new location to be announced coming up shortly here.
That's exciting. That's the first time in Australia?
It is. It's one of those places, you know, I'm a big fan of Australia. I got a lot of Australian friends, and it's been one of the more frustrating things for me as we've been developing globally that we haven't got to Australia yet. So excited to make that happen, and we're making a real surgence for 2014. So watch out, Australia, we're coming.
That's great to see. Now, I know a lot of the Aussies have been calling for it to get down there. Some of the purists of stand-up paddling, they don't realise sometimes that this is still such a young sport. We're still growing, and Australia's kind of in the middle of nowhere. But let's watch Connor, see what he can do on his second wave.
Let's see what he's got. Nice driving bottom turn, throwing the fins out. Little chop hop air there. So that'll definitely be a keeper at the moment. That's definitely his best wave so far.
Yeah, the judges will like that one. Let's see what they throw out. See the slow-mo replay here. Connor was in 8th place coming into this third and final round of the qualifiers. He was roughly 1.5 points behind Cody Kerbox in 6th, so he's got a bit of ground to make up.
That was a really nice first turn there, but the second, you know, it's clean, it's cleanly executed, controlled, but it's more of a chop up than you know, a projected aerial, but still not taking away from it. It's definitely that was a great wave for Connor.
I mean, I think everyone watching at home would probably be stoked to do anything half that good. But
oh, well, you know,
out here, kind of Zane Schweitz has kind of ruined it for everyone now.
He always
does. Perfect 10. Everyone's going to be, the judge is going to be comparing it to Zane now, and we'll see if anyone can get close to that. It'd be cool to see another perfect 10 tonight under the lights. But yeah, Zane set the bar pretty high.
So Chris, yeah, one of the exciting things with the World Tour and the World Series is it's, you know, the global aspect of what we're doing here. And just being able to leave our home in Hawaii to start the year, go to as far as Patagonia and Chile, up in the glaciers to do a World Series event, to come to the complete other side of the world to do a World Tour and World Series exhibition, to go back to South America for Brazil. And you know, it's definitely it's a global tour. We're in talks for China for this year, certainly for 2014, but we're trying to make that a go for this year. We have a strong European leg on the tour in Spain, Germany, and France.
Yeah, really looking forward to the European leg. We can chat about this after this next wave from Noah. He's on the left again.
Real smooth surfer as well, Noah. Everything flows. Oh, a nice little aerial there. Again, you know, just popping over the lip there.
Yeah, again, that's going to be compared to Zane's, unfortunately.
It was still definitely his highest scoring wave of the heat so far. As we look at the scores coming in, Connor Baxter did get scored high for that last wave. He got a 7, so that's definitely a keeper so far.
Yeah, we'll see if that's enough to jump him up into the quarters.
We'll see. Yeah, we got to do the calculations here in a moment.
So let's watch this one. Noah's here.
It's a real nice, smooth bottom turn.
Nice. Yeah, he was almost looked like he was in two minds on this final one. And in the end, not the hugest finishing maneuver. Solid though.
So we're going to bring Mohammed back into the play here to give us the local perspective on the Abu Dhabi All-Stars. Thank you, Chris, for joining us.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Tristan. We'll see you back here tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll catch up with you in the morning, man.
Cheers.
Thanks, man.
Hello.
So Mohammed, welcome back.
Thank you.
Did you bring my dates yet?
No, I'll bring them tomorrow.
So if you just joined us, we're coming to the closing stage of round 3 of the Abu Dhabi All-Stars Invitational. We're on the closeouts.
Man, I've been looking at the things that the guys are doing on closeout. They're insane.
How was that wave of Zane's?
Oh yeah, he flew high.
And kind of inverted too, with a little tweak in his aerial. Is impressive, huh?
Yeah, yeah. And the most impressive thing that he landed it,
Yeah, and so cleanly too, as we see Connor Baxter here. He's now paddling in to this wave. Oh, it's getting dark, but luckily we got floodlit lights. Oh, he gets a lot of air there, and can he pull it? He's still got his feet on the board. Oh, it just shoots out from under him. I really thought he might have pulled it back, because he's kind of the miracle kid with that, where he's like lying back in the water with his legs on the board, and I've seen him pull out of those, but this time it wasn't to be. So this is Connor Baxter replay here. What's he got for the opening turn? Nice smooth off the bottom. Slashing turn, throwing the fins out. As he sets up for this. Really gets a lot of air over the lip there. Throws the tail out, but just comes unstuck there. Unfortunate. That would have definitely been a highest score. I think his highest score will be the current score of 7, so he's going to stick with that, I'm sure. Yeah, it gets a lot of air there. That's a great shot there.
Wow.
He even did a little head dip there.
Do you think, like, we've seen him standing up from these?
Yes.
Yeah?
I've seen him, actually earlier today, he flew out over the lip, he landed, and he was laying back in the water with his feet still on the board, and he managed to somehow push himself back up onto the board.
Whoa.
So, yeah, he's an athlete if there ever was not one. So
That's very hard to do.
It is. And here we've got Noah Janela. He's waiting for his last wave of this heat. So these guys are right on the cusp of advancing directly. He'll want a big score here. He'll be looking to boost something or do something spectacular here. And this is Noah. Oh, not getting quite the turn that he wanted there. Unfortunately, that's not going to improve his scorecard there. He's going to have to settle with his highest score of that heat so far of a 5. And Connor will go with his 7. So we're going to do the calculations here in a moment and figure out who will advance directly into the quarterfinals and who will be relegated to the sudden death round tomorrow morning.
Oh, so the top 4 go to the quarter?
No, we have top 6 from this go through to the quarterfinals. And then tomorrow morning we have a sudden death round where the remaining athletes will have a chance for the last 2 places. So we have 9 athletes battling for 2 places.
Whoa.
And they will go out tomorrow and choose their own wave. So whether it be a right, left, or a closeout. And they have 3 waves. And then the top 2 guys will join the rest of the quarterfinalists. So
hopefully they take out the best of them.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. No, I love the sudden death rounds. Brings it all down the line and yeah, brings some tension into the whole deal. So next year, Mohammed, we obviously would love to have you sitting in the commentary seat, but we also want to see you out on the water.
Maybe, you never know. But it is hard. It is hard what they do.
It is hard what they do, but we feel that to have an Emirati out on the water would be the right way to do it here in Abu Dhabi. So we're excited to see you out there.
I would love to.
So you better get training. I heard Kieran Taylor was going to start some training camps. So
I need to have one of these smaller stand-up paddle boards.
Exactly.
For a guy who weighs about 90 kilograms, can he use a like 7.5?
More likely like an 8.0. I mean, I weigh about that, so and I use somewhere between an 8.0 and an 8.5.
Wow.
Oh, a nice wave for me and Vaj. Real smooth. This guy is currently leading the rankings after the first 2 rounds. This is all going to be recalculated shortly, but
this guy is who has the mosque on.
He has the mosque, the lucky mosque on the bottom of his board.
Yeah, I went and actually saw that.
What did you think of it?
Yes, it's really, really good.
So
I thought it was made by someone.
So he drew that himself. That's
Wow.
his own art. And he rides for a company called Art and Surf, one of the Stand Up World Tour patrons. As he boosts above the lip there, really controlled. He is coming of age. He's just 17, I think, still. So but the guy is an incredible surfer.
And he's from Hawaii?
He is not from Hawaii. He's from Brazil.
Oh,
So he's
Brazil.
another Brazilian. So it's exciting to see these Brazilians excelling here in the pool. In the final round final heat of round 3.
Yeah.
So this is the last round before the quarterfinals or the sudden death round tomorrow.
Yes, so basically what time are you going to start tomorrow?
Tomorrow we are going to run the sudden death round about 10:30. So it'll be the 9 guys getting their waves.
Yeah.
Which I guess 9 times 3, 27 waves to be ridden in the morning to decide the final 2 spots as we see Ian paddling into another wave here. Oh, lovely top turn, really smooth, just maintaining all his speed. Beautiful reverse. I mean, this guy is on fire here. It's great to see this young talent from Brazil. Let's watch the replay here. This was a beautifully surfed wave. He's definitely appealing to the variety element of the judging panel here. Putting together such a smooth driving turn there, maintaining his speed completely as he accelerates into this last turn, and bam, throws it round into a reverse. Just really controlled surfing and great to watch, huh?
Oh yeah, it's seriously, I always question myself, how do they do it?
So Mohammed, it's such an honor to be here with you in
it's-
Abu Dhabi. Thank you so much for joining us today.
I'm really loving this sea right here.
And we're excited. Hopefully you can come join us tomorrow, maybe?
Yeah, hopefully.
Nice. So, although I hear we're losing you on Sunday because there's going to be waves in Dubai.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's an understandable and justifiable excuse.
Yeah, I can't leave the waves alone.
No. So tell me a little bit more about your fishing escapades over here. I know you spend a lot of time under the ocean here in the UAE.
Well, my dad does spearfishing since 1994, and he taught me how to spearfish. So basically, in the age of, I would say in the age of 10 or 11, started spearfishing with my father.
Perfect. Hang on, here we have Ian Vaj generating speed. He's gone left. Oh, He made the unusual choice, actually. I think he's the first one in
Yeah.
that round to go backhand on the closeout. I think probably he's regretting that decision right now. But he's already had 2 incredibly strong waves. And I believe that is it for Ian in this round, as we see everybody else racing out to the water to get waves now. That is the end of round 3. We will now have a super session out here. We'll also have another show of the girls out there too. What did you think of the girls' performance out there today?
They were good. They were good. This, both of them French.
2 French, and then Jen Scully, of course, who is resident here in, I believe, in Dubai, right? Or is
Yeah.
Yeah.
I met her recently, and
Right.
yeah, she does good SUPing.
Yeah, she's a great racer. We saw her actually in the World Series event in Chicago last year.
Yeah.
She came over and joined us over there, so that was the first time I met Jen, and it's great to see her back here in her country of residence. But just out of interest, I mean, is it something, would Emirati women ever be interested or able to go out and stand up paddle, do you think? Or?
Oh, well, UAE women are very shy because we're Muslims, and
Right.
we wear what we wear.
Right.
They wear their things to cover their hair.
Right.
So I wouldn't say a lot of women wouldn't do SUPing. They
Right.
would, but you wouldn't see as much.
Right. It's a little more complicated for them, right?
Yeah, it's I wouldn't say it's complicated. It's a part of how our culture,
right,
how we're raised and everything. A boys' game is a boys' game.
Well, it's been interesting. It's as this sport has progressed, unlike a lot of the other kind of water sports, you know, one of the biggest growth areas have been the women's division, just because it's such an accessible sport and everybody can go out and do it. They don't have to be charging big waves or small waves. They can be racing on flat water or, you know, wherever they are. So it's kind of an exciting all-access pass to the sport.
Well, after what the adventure and after the surfing community here in Dubai, I've seen at least 6 or 7 local girls trying surfing or SUPing.
Wow.
So
That's
that's
awesome.
that's at least a progress. Maybe next year there will be 14. Maybe the next there will be more and more and more.
Well, that's an exciting development, and you know, we're excited to see more Emiratis involved. We're excited about seeing you as an all-star next year. I know that.
Hopefully.
But we're just waiting to calculate the results here, and we will come back to you with the final 6 that will qualify in a second here. We're just consulting with our judges to go over the final results. So I will be back with you momentarily just to bring you these results, so stay tuned right here. We'll be back in just a couple of minutes. I'll be right back.
Okay, Connor, last heat there, you had some good moves, man. Tell me about it.
Yeah, I kind of got rushed out on the first wave, kind of messed up, but had a nice second one, third one almost pulling it, trying to pull a Zane, but yeah, super stoked. It was nice surfing at night, nice and cool, but yeah, now I guess we're going on the rapids. Should be fun.
Right on, man. And tomorrow, you know, you've had a whole day on the water here now. You think you'll be a little bit more prepared for tomorrow?
Yeah, should be. I guess we're doing the final shootout with all the people that are not in the top 6. So yeah, our choice of waves. So it's gonna be fun.
Right on, man. Thanks, Connor. See you tomorrow.
Woo.
Okay, so we're back here. We're just waiting for the final calculations, but while we do, I'm sitting here with head judge on the Stand Up World Tour, David Noiri. So quite a display of action here today at the Abu Dhabi All-Stars. Tell us about it.
Yeah, we had very good action today. It was amazing contest so far with innovative surfing, progressive maneuvers, and we could see very powerful moves especially on the last round, on the closeout section. So very impressed with the level of the surfers, and some young guys you see they just improve so fast their surfing. So very glad to have been watching that all day long.
Exciting developments. And as far from a judging perspective, was there some really difficult decisions, or it was quite a unanimous decision when it came to the results today?
No, it was pretty clear when it came to the result because of the vision we have from where we judge, because it's a wave pool, they get the same or very close waves, so it's easy for us to compare, and then we have the replay, and the judge were all in the same scale every time, so it was a pleasure to judge.
Exciting stuff. And I know this morning you benefited from having a little expression session. What did you feel like you learned from the expression session this morning?
It was very good because yesterday we could see we already had a meeting and we were looking at the wave, and so to understand and set our scale. But for the guy, it was just the first time they were surfing the pool for most of them, so we had to expect more. So we say, okay, we should take care because we're pretty sure tomorrow they're gonna surf better, and that's what happened this morning during the expression session. So it was so good because we could set our scale perfectly and see who was the best, and that's what happened today later on. So very good exercise for the judging and for the surfers as well.
And that's awesome, man. And perhaps you can talk us through that 10-point ride of Zane Schweitzer. I mean, that was definitely the standout wave of the day, right?
Yeah, I would have like 10, 10, 10 all over the board because it was so like boom when you watch the wave, just going so fast. Combination of two sick maneuvers. You had all the judgment criteria in this wave, like just easy, perfect surfing, very, very clear. It was amazing. The first turn was so powerful, using all the space in the wave, and actually the first turn is really hard to do on this wave, and then he went straight to this crazy section for big, huge air landing on the flat with perfect control. So no doubt about it, just 10. That was
awesome.
Sick. Awesome surfing today.
It's always exciting to see. We're going to say a couple words in French for our public in France. So, bonjour à tous en France. On a David Noiri, notre chef juge pour le Stand Up World Tour. David, une journée excellente, non?
Une superbe journée, ouais, du surf exceptionnel avec tout ce qu'on pouvait attendre dans une telle piscine, une telle qualité de vagues et de surf. Impressionnant et super content d'être là. J'espère que vous avez pu apprécier aussi le spectacle grâce au live, parce que je pense qu'il y a une très bonne qualité de live aussi. C'est des conditions exceptionnelles.
Ouais, c'est sûr, ici à Abu Dhabi on se gave, et demain ça va reprendre, demain matin à 10h30 le temps local, donc ça veut dire, je crois que c'est 7h30 temps français, non?
Ouais,
c'est ça. C'est ça. Donc il faut que vous vous levez tôt pour voir le spectacle. Ça commence avec le Sudden Death Round et puis ça reprend avec les quarts de finale. Donc on se verra demain.
À demain alors. Bonne soirée à tous.
Okay, we're just going to do the final calculation. Stay with us. In less than 2 minutes, I will have the final results of the 6 guys qualifying for the quarterfinals. And that will leave the remaining athletes to battle it out tomorrow morning in the Sudden Death Round. So stay tuned. We'll be back in just 1 minute here. So welcome back to the Abu Dhabi All-Stars Invitational. We're back here to give you the final results for today after the first 3 rounds of rights, lefts, and closeouts. What an incredible day, huh, Mohammed?
Oh yeah, it passed so quickly.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's action-packed. Every 90 seconds you have something new to watch and feast on.
Oh, yeah.
After the 3 rounds, we have overall results. So we have 6 qualifiers. So in 6th place, qualifying directly to the quarterfinals, is Cody Kerbox from Maui. He put on a great performance all day and consolidated on that position with the closeouts there. So in 6th place, Cody. In 5th place, Remy Keek from France, another standout performer all day. He's really been, putting together some fluid surfing, really making it happen. Not quite as radical as some of the guys, but just making it up for real fluidity and wave knowledge. So that's been great to watch. And then in 4th place, Kyle Vaj, putting on some of the most spontaneous surfing of the day, really radical. Definitely one of my favorite surfers of the day. And then another Brazilian in 3rd, that's the current world champion, Leco Salazar. He advances directly to the quarterfinals. So, I mean, as expected, I would say, but it's definitely good to see him up there as well. And then in 2nd place, with that standout wave in that last heat. Incredible, huh?
It was a
10-point ride. 10-point ride from Zane Schweitzer, as we just discussed with David Noiri. A perfectly executed wave. Speed, power, flow, combination of maneuvers, everything was done as it should be. A really excellent wave here. But leading the scorecard going into the quarterfinals is the young Vaj from Brazil. What an incredible performance from him.
Oh yeah, he did some really radical turns there.
So what I would like to know is, do you think the mosque on the bottom of this board has anything to do with it?
Maybe.
So
maybe he prayed or something.
Maybe, I think some contemplation went into his board before coming here. He painted the picture. He was having the pictures up in the dunes up there earlier on, up on the hill. He had his board and he was getting the pictures. He's certainly enjoying being out here in Abu Dhabi, and it's showing in his surfing. So it's great. So
hopefully they come back here and train or something.
I think they definitely will. It suits their style of surfing, and I think everybody's just having a ball out there. And I think the more they surf the wave, the more they understand all the little intricacies with it. Because it's a different kind of wave from an ocean wave, right? So.
It takes time to get used to it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like Kern, he surfed it all the time, so he knows how to surf this wave better than anybody here.
Exactly.
But yeah, the top 6 did a really good job today. Yeah.
So there are your results. Those are the top 6 that went through. Remember, no one is out yet. Those other competitors, 7 through 16, they will be in the sudden death round tomorrow morning at 10:30 a.m. So make sure you come back and join us tomorrow. standoutworldtour.com/abudhabi.php. We would love to see you there. Join myself and hopefully Mohammed if he's back here with us.
Hopefully.
And Rocky Cannon, unfortunately he got taken ill today. He will be taking vitamins and all kinds of get well juice tonight, so he will be back with us tomorrow, I am sure. But join us as the action re-picks up with the sudden death round in the morning and then the quarterfinals through finals here at the Abu Dhabi All-Stars Invitational.
So it was